14, Taylor Davidson. At left wing, number 9, Raina Dowling. At right wing, number 13, Addie Fernandez. And the rest of the Burlington Colchester team. Now, for your BFA Comet, in goal, number 31, Anna Hillary. At defense, number 9, Isabella Stewart. Starting at defense, number 19, Ayala Jimenez. At center tonight, number 3, Chapel Marquette. Starting at left wing, number 20, Michaela Cooper. And at right wing, number 2, Haley Mansfield. And the rest of the BFA Comets. We have the three guys remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dave Jackson coming to you from the Colchester Sports Complex with another Northwest Access TV broadcast of the BFA Comets. They take on Burlington Colchester Sea Lakers. It's going to be a great matchup here. Two very strong teams with some deep lineage from the years past. I mean, there's a lot of talent coming out of both these programs. Going to be just me tonight, folks. Joe is home, injured. I'm not going to tell you how he got hurt. I'll leave that to your imagination. But the man was actually working, doing physical work, labor, and he's just gonna suffer through it tonight. Suffering through because he's watching and listening to this game being broadcast with my voice and not his. Right now, the Comets come off a nice win last week over the Hanover Bears. Came up and gave them a really good stout match, and the Sea Lakers played the Kingdom Blades to a victory down in Burlington. Comets are coming out to the center ice, waiting for the puck draw. We got Chad and Brulette there for the face-off, and should be facing off with Taylor Davidson. Two very strong young players in the state. Saw a couple of legends on the way into the rink tonight. Jack Hungerford, always good to see. Must have been grandfather duty. The little ones on the ice. And Jason Brace on the ice coaching the young ones. God help us. Controlled by Brulette, drops it back to Iana Lamus, who has to chase it down just in front of Hibbert and net. Throws it up center ice, looking for a long one to Kuchar. Intercepted by number 11, Sylvie Mobley. Intercepted on that pass off a Mobley stick to Brulette. Brulette gets chipped at center ice, loses it, but it gets sent right into deep in the Colchester zone by Isabel Stewart. Picked up behind the net by Pratt. Pratt over to Mobley. Mobley looking up, long pass up, looking for Gowan. Off her stick onto Iana Lamus. Lamus takes it, goes right back across ice to Michaela Kuchar. A little hard on that pass, gets past her and controlled now by Burlington. The Sea Lakers bring it into the zone, it's offsides. We'll see what Sea Lakers send out for their second line here. had a hard time getting their lineup through their crappy little coach, Jamie Rossi, but I'm going to do my best to get their names out here. It's going to be Fisher, LaBelle, and Bean, with Jazzy, Nye, Newlin, I believe, and Brett Mears on the point. Controlled by the Sea Lakers into the common zone. Fisher throws one just wide of the net. Hibber lets it go. It's going to be picked up by Jillian Smith, but she's got good pressure on her coming from Bean. Now you got LaBelle, Anna LaBelle behind the net, trying to throw it out front. Good job right there. And stalled at the front by the Comets. Look like Gab Frades. Into the zone come the Comets. Pass over to Frades from Lily Ferraro. Just past her, gets in the corner, comes back out. Ferraro gets it, goes back to the point to Marley Johnson. Johnson cross ice to Jillian Smith. A little behind her, she has to turn around and catch it at the blue line and back into the zone. Into the corner is Mears and Ferraro. Puck comes out, thrown in the front of the net. Loosely handled by the goalie, picked up by the Comets' Raina Spalding. Throws it back up to the point. Smith throws one on and tied up for the whistle. Great seeing Lily Ferraro back here in the ice late in the game against Hanover. She took a stinger on the shoulder, which I think it was like a little muscle tendon stinger. She was down for a while, but tough kid coming back off the mountain of Bakersfield. Slide down into the rink here, play some more hockey. We got a redo on the face-off. Raina Spalding on the draw. Looks like she's going with Carolyn Burdick. Burdick is tossed from the face-off. Draw right back to Cushion. Cushion throws it just wide of the net. Callie's at a quick shot, good release. Thrown around the boards. Good pinch in by Isabel Stewart, keeping it low on the boards. Pressuring number 24, Marzi Schulman. Back behind the net, picked up by Brett Pratt. Pratt throws it up the boards. And there's Raina Spalding to meet Burdick and keep it back in, pushing it back down in the corner. Pratt's got it again, throws it around the corner. Hits Schulman. Schulman's pressured by a pinching in Isabel Stewart. There's one thing you can expect when you're a wing coming out of your own zone. The Comets are going to come deep on a pinch. Picked up by Callie Cushion at the top of the key, throws one in, off the skate into the corner. Chased down by McGinn. McGinn loses an edge here, falls down. Out of the zone comes number 11, Mobley. Challenged by Castor before she get in the zone. Puck goes into the corner. It's going to be picked up by Stewart. Comes up ice off the boards looking for Cushing. Cushing goes across ice. She hits Michaela Kucher on the blue line, and she comes into the zone wide. Michaela's all alone in here, and here comes Chad and Brulette to help her. Good job by Kucher to get that puck around and out to the top of the key to Brulette. Hard shot Brulette off the body, goes in the corner. Now comes back to the point. Lamus throws one in. Goes in the corner. Chased down by Brulette. Thrown out to Haley Lamphere. Thrown out to the front. Brulette picks it up, throws it in, goes off a leg into the corner. Now it's coming out again. Great job by Colchester. Burlington Colchester get out of zone. Number 9 for Burlington Colchester, Gallon. Throws it deep. Chased down by Marley Johnson with pressure from Gallon. Marley Johnson comes around the corner with it. Good job, Taylor Davis getting a stick on, throwing it back in the corner. Comets control it. Long pass cross ice off the boards, looking for a home run, but just ahead of Haley Lamphere, and it gets up to Brett Mears. Mears controls it in her corner, turns around, throws it up the ice. She's looking for Gallon. Gets past Gallon. It's going to go length of the ice. It's waved off. Chased down by Anna Lamus. Pressured by Fernandez. Great job right there by Burlington Colchester, getting 2 people in on a puck. Fernandez tied up Lamus. And in comes Gallon to try to pick up the loose puck, but she got tied up too short on the post. Couldn't get the shot off. Out of the zone it comes. Burlington Colchester's getting it back in control on their blue line. Now it's picked up by Fernandez. Fernandez backhands it across, looking for LaBelle. Gets past LaBelle. That goes to Lamus. Lamus comes up ice with it. Puts it on the rock stick. She's in the zone. Puck's out. Chased back into the Comets for an offsides. Fast-moving game, folks. I wouldn't expect anything less. We'll see how who gets the bounce, who gets the first bounce, gets the first puck in the pipes, and we'll see how it goes. Last game, the Comets had 43 shots on the Burlington Colchester team. A lot of shots, but ended in a 1-1 draw. Good tie-up right there by Pearson Stanley. Puck is picked up by the Sea Lakers. Backhanded into the common zone. Jillian Smith doing battle with number 7, Austin Fisher. In comes Pearson Stanley to help. Picks the puck up, bangs it off the boards, looking for Haley Howard. Gets pumped back in by Pratt, goes deep in the corner. Comets pick it up off the corner boards. Great job by the Sea Lakers, putting more pressure in front of Hibbert, but out comes Castor. Castor gets across the red line and sends it in the corner for a line change to Comets. Up ice now comes number 11 for the Sea Lakers, Mobley. Met at the red line by Ferraro. Pitched in, and out here comes Gabby Frady's picking up the loose puck. Braylon Fitzgerald's in there with her. Ferraro now picking up loose puck, goes one in towards Jewett. Jewett sprawled, blocking shots, pushing it to the corner. Comes back up, kicked off a skate from the Sea Lakers and goes out of the zone. Smith now cross ice to Castor. Castor picks it up, looking for Frades, gets behind her, goes in the Burlington Colchester zone, who picks up his number 11 Mobley, throws it back out of their zone, goes a length, waved off, no icing. Castor behind the net, coming up ice, looking, she's got some time, goes across ice, gonna be off the boards. Ferraro's gonna pick it up, pressured by Mears. Ferraro and Mears going deep into the Sea Laker corner. Ferraro's got the stride edge, but Mears pinches her off the boards. Puck comes out in front of the net. McGinn takes a shot, just misses off the heel. Ferraro picks it up, throws it off the body, goes wide. Pinch it in is Stewart. Overskates the puck. Sea Lakers come out of the zone. Schulman gets it up ice to Burdick. Burdick makes a nice little move. She's right here in front of Hibbert. Throws one in, goes off the body. Lamus gets the body on it, blocks it. Loose puck bounces into Hibbert to go out for the save. Sea Lakers had a nice shot, nice chance right there. Burdick made a really nice move, create space, coming in hard, then just kind of turned an edge, pause. Everybody floated away from her, gave her room for the shot. Davidson come in and face off with Rana Spalding to Hibbert's left. Puck tied up in center. In swoops Callie Cushion, picks up the puck, and she's off to the races. She's got past both D, but she's wide. Nice pass to McGinn. McGinn throws one in off the blocker. But Jewett, good save by Jewett, keeping it wide. Rana Spalding picking it up off sideboard, just throws it deep into Myron McGinn. Myron McGinn tries to back in out front, but it goes off the stick. Burlington Colchester take it out of the zone. Great job right there by number 13, Fernandez. Getting in the comm zone. Comets pick it up real quick, take over. McGinn on a redirect, coming back up, hits Rana Spalding, far side. Spalding behind the net with the puck. Backhands it out front. Burlington Colchester is the only player there to get it. And here comes Fernandez again. He hits the red line and takes a soft dump in. He picked up by Rana Spalding, goes in behind the net. Pressured by Davidson. Ayanna Lamus comes across, helps out, picks the puck up, goes behind the net, throws across ice off the boards. Favorite outlet pass by the Comets, coming from one kitty corner, going across, using the boards to deflect it into a deep running winger, but that one went a little too far to be icing. Fisher, LaBelle, Bean come out for the Sea Lakers and the front line with Jazzy and Brett on the blue line. Comets control the face-off. Puck's shot around by Lamus to Lanfear. Lanfear gets one hand on the stick, gets it out of the zone. Colchester throws it back in for a offsides. Burlington Colchester throws. Pardon me, I don't want folks to think I'm favoring one school or the other, but my wife is from Colchester. Back when it was just a maker. Roulette and LaBelle on the draw. Tied up, right there at center ice. Bean was able to get in first, get a stick on it, but Marley Johnson's there to pick the loose puck up, throw it out of the zone. Sea Lakers kick it back into the comm zone, but Jillian Smith controlled it, hits Haley Lanfear with it. Lanfear's trying to hit Roulette, but goes off another Sea Laker skate. In comes Lanfear with the loose puck, throws one in off a nice body block right there by number 22 for the Sea Lakers, which is Ellie Young. Puck coming back in. Jillian Smith picks it up on her own blue line by the bench, goes cross ice looking for Michaela Kucher. Mrs. Kucher gets into the zone for the Sea Lakers. She's picked it up, throw it back out. A lot of neutral zone trapping going on here. Not a lot of business going on in the zone, actually. Both teams will get turned around the blue line pretty quickly. From Colchester now, control the puck. Pratt coming up ice, makes a nice little move, throws it in wide to Hibbert. Gets in the corner and be picked up by Castor. Castor's pressured by 5 Burdett. Puck is loose now, picked up by 18 Frades. Frades gets a little stride, skates out of zone. She's coming in on Pratt. Pratt gets her wide. Frades still chasing the puck, has the lead, throws it towards the net, bounces into Jewett's pad, comes out on a defenseman throwing it up ice and going to be picked up by the Comets, keeping their zone. It's Stewart. Stewart hits Castor. Castor under pressure makes a nice pass over to Frady's. Frady's hits up ice to Ferraro. Just handcuffed Ferraro. Got inside her skate and stick. Wasn't able to get a hold of it. Goes into the Colchester zone, and they're going to come back up ice with it. Schulman was met right there at the blue line by Ferraro. Stalled there. And you got 3 Comets right there on that boards. Puck drops back into the Colchester zone. They throw it up to Burdick. Burdick dumps it in. They're all going for a line change. We picked up by Raina Spalding coming out behind the net. Long pass up ice to Ferraro. Ferraro gets pinned on the boards by Fernandez. Gowan comes in to help, picks the loose puck up, and still bouncing around. Fernandez is there, but it gets behind her, and no chance. It's out of the zone. Drops back to Jazzy. I'm going to use her first name, folks, so I'm not sure if I'm getting her last name right. Puck is thrown back in by the Comets into the Burlington Colchester zone, and Jazzy picks it up, throws it up to Fernandez. Off her stick, goes to Stewart. Stewart on the blue line keeps it in, but there's Burlington Colchester players right there to just keep pressure on her, so they do finally get out of the zone. Good job by Cushing and Stewart to stall at center ice. A lot of hard-working people on the puck, folks. Puck gets kicked out before Cushing can get it. Jazzy throws it up ice into the center ice zone, but Cushing grabs it back, and she's in there. Makes a nice little move, turn around, redirecting, throwing across ice. She's got Stewart, gets past her, and Fisher's on her. Fernandez is on Stewart. Stewart going down behind the net, taking her time, very patient. Backhand going up to Lamas. Lamas takes a one-timer, misses the net, goes in the corner. Fernandez chases it down. Raina Spalding's there to pinch on the boards, keep it in. Another nice job, Callie Cushing on the blue line, grabs it out of throws it in. Burlington Colchester getting a lot of bodies in front of the shots. Nothing's getting to Jewett. Right there was another nice shot right here. Pass from McGinn to Raina Spalding, who just one time it wide of the net. Burlington Colchester will throw it the length for ice. A little line change. There's a lot of pressure in the zone, but the shots aren't getting to Jewett. Hitting a lot of legs, going off in the corner, redirects. Let's see, we got Fisher beating the bell line out again. You got Pearson, Stanley, LaRock, and Howard out for the Comets. It's an all-freshman line right there. And Marley Johnson on the point with, I believe that's Ayanna Lamas. Colchester controls, gets it out of the zone, but met there at center ice by Marley Johnson. Throwing it back the other way. I believe that might have gone up in the Burlington Colchester bench. Yes, it did. Face-off beat here at center ice. Yeah, if anybody knows any yoga stretches, they might want to send them to Joe Severy. I mean, you got to get some, maybe a stretching dog stretch up. Whatever you can do to loosen that back, it is up. Face-off control by Burlington Colchester. Great job. Michaela Kucher over there pinching, keeping the puck in the Colchester end, but they're there on that puck and quickly get it back to the Comets zone. Marley Johnson thought she had lost her eyes for a second, picked up by Bean. Bean's behind the net with it, waiting, looking to center it to Fisher. It gets intercepted by the Comets, but Chad and Brulette gets it up ice. Overshoots from Michaela Kucher. Coming back the other way. Marley Johnson's meeting Fisher on the blue line. Bounces back to Chad Brulette, who stepped behind to support. Brulette's got a couple feet to move here. She makes a nice little cut in the front. Can't quite control the puck. Too many bodies escaped through. Bean took her off the last puck. Puck is in the corner. Kucher's going in, working hard with Mobley. 3 minutes left in the period, folks. 0-0 score. Puck is coming out. Doesn't quite get to the goal line. Picked up by Pratt. Pratt brings it around the net. Comes up the other way with it. She's throwing it up off the boards, but held in again by Marley Johnson. Marley throws it deep. The rest of the Comets going for a change. Lehman stays out there with her. The man blue line. Puck does come out. Comets have to tack up, I should say, get out of the zone. Haley Howard with it. Fisher pressuring, trying to get it in the zone. Howard's still got on her stick. She's going across the blue line. Her friends are waiting. She finally gets it in. Burlington Colchester there to meet her. Picked up by LaRock. LaRock throwing it back. Gets kicked back into the zone. LaRock in the corner now, battling with number 11, Mobley. Thrown to the front. Pratt's here to back in the way. One-timer coming from the blue line. Ayanna Lamas. Saved by Jewett. Comes back up to the blue line. Lamas is there. battling with Fernandez. Great battle right there. Puck is still in, loose right there, thrown across to Howard from the rock, it looks like. He does come out of zone. Number 14, Taylor Reeves, and tags it into the common zone. They're going to go for a line change. Lamus picks it up, goes cross ice, just behind the rock. Gets past her, and Schulman skates it up and pushes her back in the common zone. Lamus is going to pick it up again. Coming back up ice, she hits Braylon Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it out of the zone. Picked up by Fernandez at center ice. Backhands it over to number 22, Ellie Young. Young goes up ice to Schulman. Schulman throws it in the common zone, so he picked up by Lamus behind the net. Lamus, hard pass out of the zone, hits a couple bodies. Ref with one arm up, the other one waved it off because it did tag a Burlington Colchester body. Picked up behind the net by Mears. Mears got some steam coming around. Gets it up to the blue line, met by Jillian Smith, and stalled her there. Gets sent right back into the Burlington Colchester zone. Ellie Young is going to pick it up behind the net. Pressure by Ferraro. Pinching it up. Caster's there at the blue line, holding it in. With help from Frades and Ferraro, but it finally comes out. Schulman gets it across ice to Fernandez. Fernandez coming in wide, going for the common bench. Back in once towards the net. Off a skate behind, picked up by Frades. Frades' turn to come up ice. She's going across. She's looking for Fitzgerald. Behind Fitzgerald, and be picked up by Davis and throws a hard shot in. First one really getting into Anna Hibbert. Hibbert blocks it to the corner. Caster now with it, trying to get it out. Good job at some stick checking from the Colchester team, McGinn goes cross ice to Ferraro. Ferraro back to McGinn, but behind her. Burlington Colchester picks it up, throws it across the ice, and be picked up by Rena Spalding, who's got some speed. She's a hard one to keep up with. She gets tagged by LaBelle. Takes her off the puck. Loosely goes into Jewett, who covers it up for a whistle. 47.4 seconds left. At the end of this period, folks, do not walk away until I reach out to all our wonderful sponsors. The game is going by so fast, it's hard for me to touch on that. Right now, it's a 9-2 Ed Shots by Comets. From Colchester controls the draw. Pratt backhands it around the back of the net, looking for Davidson on the far side. Caster pinches it way low to keep it in there, and over there is Cushing to help. Puck thrown to the center. Cushing intercepts, makes a nice step around, fires a shot, saved by Jewett, kicked back out. Another shot in from Rena Spalding, goes wide. 23 seconds left. Puck's coming up. Jillian Smith steps way down low. Throws one across right in front to McGinn. McGinn throws it off. Jewett's pad goes over the net. Cushing's looking to get it back to Caster, but overpasses the puck. It just overshoots her, I should say. It comes out of the zone. Should be an offside right there. Number 9, Gowan, went in deep to pressure Caster, and the puck came out of the zone, and Davidson just jumped on it and skated back in and fired over before the rest could blow the whistle for offsides. 6.6 seconds left. A lot of fire in both these teams. They're just playing hard. They're battling every puck. Face off right in front of me. Controlled by the Comets. McGinn picks it up, backhands it over, looking for Cushing. Doesn't quite get to Cushing on the weight. Takes it, throws it length the ice, but the buzzer sounds to end the period. Woo! Fast moving period, folks. 10-2 edge of shots by the Comets over the Sea Lakers. Let's reach out to our sponsor here. We'd like to thank our community partners that help make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stones Auto, and St. Albans and Fairfield locations, the Stewart's Clarence Brown Group, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and Collins Burley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevent suicide in our community. If you're someone you care about and struggling, remember, we're here for you 24/7. Completely confidential. Call NCSS Emergency Services anytime at 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or connect with the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline by calling, texting, or chatting at 988. One call, one text, one chat. Save a life. Well, folks, we got a great, fast-moving first period. No real indication of who's the stronger team here because both teams are really attacking every loose puck, putting 2 bodies on it from each side, sometimes 3. There's a lot of support. Each team is sending in support players to help out. It's going to be who gets the first bounce and gets the edge right there. And, to get that first goal, but too early to tell. but all I can say is it's a great game. It's fast-paced, and I cannot wait for that second period. So do not leave long. Go get yourself a snack, use the bathroom, whatever you gotta do, but get right back to your screen or TV, whatever you're watching on, because I'm sure the second period will be exciting. So this is Dave. I'm going to take a little break. put a little shavings in her crease. Anna Hibbert popping into her net. Waiting for the rest now. Got another BFA legend, Collins Burley Sports Complex employee, just visited us up here in the booth, Mark Giso. Mark wears many hats. Sometimes you'll see him in those vertical striped shirts that I will never wear because of my body size. Kind of hard to put a vertical striped shirt around an orange. Roulette Davison for the draw. Paul Fellows ready to drop the puck. Lining up Fernandez and Kucher. Making sure they're happy. Here we go. Second period is underway. Same job, tied up tight. In comes Lanford, backhanded over to Lamus. Lamus up ice to Brulette. Brulette into the zone. Speed coming across the front. Good poke check on that by Pratt. Puts it off the side, but picked up by a charging Isabel Stewart. Goes it in front of the net. Backhand attempt by Brulette. Off the leg pad to the side and throwing out of zone. Gowan now chasing down Lamus. Lamus picks it up, goes across ice to Haley Lanford. Lanford met by Pratt. Pratt's got some long arms and gets it away from Lanford, but in comes Chad and Brulette to take it back. Davison there messing with Brulette, gets it away, slaps it back to Pratt. Brulette loses an edge. Looks like a trip, but there's nobody around her. Fernandez picking up the puck, drops it to Davison. Higher shot by Davison, but misses the net. We picked up by Stewart. Stewart's got some room and some speed. She's coming into the zone all by herself. Lets one rip. Jewett's got a glove to catch that rip. Good job by Isabel Stewart, realizing that she had some space and room, and she took it to the length. Fired the shot a little bit in front of her, not as much power on it from that angle, but like I said, Jewett was there, made a nice ball save on it. LaBelle and Frady's on the draw. In comes Ferrero, pick the loose puck up, throws it towards net, goes wide. Snaps back off the boards to Smith. Smith takes a shot off the pad of Jewett. Fitzgerald picks it up, throws it across the front. Bounces it out to the blue line. Marley Johnson throws one through the crowd. Goes off a body into the corner. Picked up by Mears. Mears going up ice with it. She hits number 7, Fisher. Fisher gets it over to LaBelle. Back to Fisher, and then Fisher loses it under pressure. Here goes Marley Johnson throwing it out of the common zone. Off of Frady's leg. Goes over to number 3, Jazzy. Tries to over in the zone. Goes across ice. Gets sent back in by the Sea Lakers. Bounces out of the zone. Fitzgerald's there, but could not get to it. Picked up by Sea Lakers in their own zone. Over to Mears. Mears crossing center ice. Met by 2 Comets. Ferraro and Frady's. Puck sent into the corner. Hibbard kicks it there with her stick. Bean takes it, throws it around behind the net, looking for 7 Fisher on the other side. But Fitzgerald's there to meet her. Johnson trying to skate the loose puck up, but Fisher's there to hold her off and gets back in behind the common zone. Frady's goes in, picks it up, goes across ice with that. She comes around the net looking for Fitzgerald, gets past Fitzgerald. Pratt drives deep in her zone, picks it up, turns. She's looking, decides to skate it, gets to the red line, and dumps it in. Picked up by Stewart behind the net. Waits, looks, comes off the boards, looking for Cushion, hits Cushion. Cushion takes it, turns, cross ice, looking for McGinn, gets behind McGinn. Pratt takes it off the boards, throws it the other way. Stewart picks it up on her own blue line, turns, going across ice. She's looking for Cushing, but a nice job by Schulman to get her stick on it. Interferes, now sent back into the Sea Lakers zone, chased down by Raina Spalding. Spalding comes behind the net, backhands it up to Stewart. Stewart throws one through, off the side of Jewett's leg into the corner. Ferraro. No, excuse me. Castor dives deep, picks it up. Off the deflection goes to Cushing. Cushing behind the net with it. Pratt is just holding her at the spot along the wall. Comes back the other way. Here comes number 14, Davidson. Good speed. Loses it a little bit. Puts it in her own skates. Able to dump it in the common zone. Castor picks it up. Pressured by number 5, Burdick. Burdick and Castor still coming around the corner of the puck. Up the ice to McGinn. McGinn looking at going across ice with it. Off the stick. Lands on Cushion's stick. Cushion comes across the line and just sends it in. Goes for a change. Raina Spalding chases it down. Put pressure on Mears. Mears backhands it up the boards to a pinch in Castor. Castor keeps it in. Now LaBelle's over there to help. Burdick. 2 Comets. I'm telling you, there's 2 to 4 bodies around the puck all the time. Just a lot of movement here. Tied up on the blue line, picked up by Lanford. Lanford comes back in with it, throws it off to the leg of Ellie Young into the corner. Young and Lanford in the corner with LaBelle. LaBelle now picks up the puck, tries to come up the boards with it. Castor's there, throws it back in towards the net, off of Jewett's leg pad to the sideboards. Picked up by Fernandez, coming out of the zone with some speed. A little bit of room, gets it into the zone, throws it wide to Hibbard, goes behind the net. Caster's going to pick it up on the sideboards. Throws it across ice looking for Kucher, but just too much mustard on that. That's going to end up all the way down for another ice. Caster needed to come over more towards the bench on that little sideboard room for Kucher to be able to get a hold of it. She just sauced it a little bit too firm. Chatham wasn't ready to stop playing this shift. He make a long skate for the change. Pearson Stanley's taking her spot, facing off against Davidson. Nice job, Pearson Stanley win the draw, gets it back in the corner, and Lamus picks it up, goes behind the net. Pressured by Schulman. Schulman comes out with a puck, but dropping back is a rock to take it from her. Puts it up ice. In comes Pearson Stanley with it. No, excuse me, that is Haley Howard. Haley Howard comes in the corner, chased down by Pearson Stanley. Lamus pitches all the way to the goal line to keep that puck in the zone. Momentarily he does, but now it's out. Nice pass across ice to Davidson at the blue line. Davidson misses it, gets in the corner, throws it around, but goes up the boards too far. The Comets come out with it. Oh, that should have been outside, but they're not going to call it. It's good, no call. Puck is still on the blue line. Sent back in by Bean. Going to be picked up by Marley Johnson. Johnson goes wide. Up ice, he's looking for Pearson Stanley. She backs into number 11, Mobley, excuse me. Tied her up, comes back out. Now Pearson Stanley has it again in center ice. Good poke check on Pearson Stanley by Pratt. Tips it back up. Lamus picks it up, comes in wide, throws it just past the post to Jewett and behind the net. Pratt takes it off sidewall, kicks it out of the zone. Ferraro throws it back in the zone. The Comets have to tag up. And we're going to have I think it's probably going to be interference. There's a lot of body skate in two different directions, and Ferraro, I think, will be going to the bench, the box. 2 minutes of reflection time about to take place for Lily Ferraro. Oh, this is roughing. Maybe her arm was extended but it's just two bodies collide, and neither really were looking at each other. So Burlington Colchester Sea Lakers will be coming out with the first power play of the game. 9:38 in the second period. Paul Fellows is having a face-off reset again.
BFA penalty assessment number 5, Lily Ferraro. 2 minutes for roughing at 5:22.
I'm pretty sure that roughing comes from the John portion of the family because Ferraro is just too nice a lady for roughing penalties. Comet off and clear the zone is Jillian Smith throwing it all the way. Jewett goes behind the net to stop the puck for Pratt. Pratt is being pressured by Cushing. Quickly throws it over to Fernandez. Fernandez turning, coming up ice. Cushing's there to put pressure on her. She passes across ice looking for 14. Davidson. Davidson back to Pratt on her own blue line, resetting. Pratt's going lateral. Good pressure by Cushing right there. And you got Frady's as well. Pratt takes it deep in the zone. Going in behind the goal line. Looking, waiting, being patient. The Comets are keeping her wide. Met by Cushing finally. Pratt backhands it back in the zone to Fernandez. Fernandez coming up, going across ice. Nice pass from Fernandez to Davidson. One time the slap shot over Hibbard's left shoulder. First goal of the game, Burlington Colchester. Great job, patience. Pratt taking it into the zone, goes around the net. She skates it up the blue line and back. She does a drop pass basically back to Fernandez, who quickly throws it across to Davidson on a far circle. And she one time the slap shot. Perfect shot. We'll see how the Comets can respond. All even now. The Comets are responding right now with a big chatter of sticks on the bench, keeping everybody positive. Miranda Spalding wins the draw, gets it back to Lamus. Lamus throws it back across ice, looking for Spalding at center. Gets him to Burlington Colchester stick, and they come out of the zone with it. LaBelle backhands over to Bean. Bean met at the blue line by Stewart. Puck goes up into the Burlington Colchester bench. Face-off will be deep in the common zone. Tied up right there at center ice, and the first person in is Ferraro. Get it? Slaps around behind the net to Lamus to Spalding. Gets it in the zone, but comes right back out. Comets have to reset. Lamus now picks it up, gets it in the zone. Pressured by LaBelle and Bean. In comes Ryan Spalding, pick up the loose puck off the pressure, throws it in the corner. LaBelle's in there to help. That is Young. Jazzy, I'm sorry. Jazzy, I'm going to try it. 9, win. Comets get it deep in their zone, throwing it up ice, and they hit a long home run pass to Pearson Stanley, but quickly to cover up is Pratt on the back check. McGinn taking off sideboard, backhands it towards front, and they score! McGinn with a backhander from the sideboards by the That's Easy button, looking for, I believe it was Randall Spall in front of the net. Nobody saw it, not even June. It sneaks in the far post for the Comets' first goal. No look, backhand shot. Nice job, Meyer McGinn. Hitting the easy button. Boom. There's your reply. Within just a few short minutes, Comets are tied the game up 1-1. Not sure how Jewett missed that one. Maybe there's a couple bodies in between her. It was kind of like an innocent looking shot, but it found its way in. We got a ref's whistle on the ground. Fellows lost his whistle. One player was playing that, and the puck went the other way. Puck is in the Comet zone, going deep. Lanfear trying to pull it out, but Davidson's there to meet her. Picked up right there by Bean. Bean throws one in off a body. A lot of bodies, a lot of frantics playing right here. And you got Davidson in the back behind the net with Smith and Brulette and Schulman, excuse me. The rest finally blow the whistle. I'm not sure if they lost the puck, got up on the net, but no quit on either team here, folks. Everybody's playing every puck hard. 4-1 shot advantage right in this period by the Comets. Davidson and Brulette on the draw. Controlled by Brulette. Gets it over the sideboard to Smith. Smith taps it up to Haley Lanfear. Lanfear coming across ice with it. She's got some room. Gets in past Pratt. She's got both Spalding and Kuchar, and Brulette with her. In the corner still with it. Skating out of the corner with it. She can't get a stick on it to make a nice pass out. Comets are there though to help. Lanfear now turns, fires it off Jewett's pad, bounces up. Marley Johnson in. Backhands across, bounces off the leg pad, just past Lanfear's stick. Lanfear had a chance right there. Coming back up the blue line, Jillian Smith backhands it into the skate blade right there to Burlington Colchester. Davidson, but gets into the zone finally. Going to be picked up by Michaela Kuchar. Along the sideboards, taps it back in the corner. Brulette pulls it out. She's pressured there by Davidson. Burlington Colchester's controlling it, but here's Michaela Kuchar there coming in and inserting herself. Puck comes up off Jillian Smith's skate leg, bounces off into a Burlington Colchester player, Bean. Can't get it out. Here comes Braylon Fitzgerald across the top, throws a high one in, kind of handcuffed Jewett. Jewett awkwardly catches that and holds onto it with her glove. It's coming at her right shoulder, blocker side shoulder. She had to reach across her body. I think she pulled it off her shoulder with the glove. Nice save by Logan. Very exciting game, folks. We got a real good crowd here tonight. A lot better than that Saturday crowd where everybody was staying home because it's just a little bit chilly. Paul Fellows is looking for a replacement whistle. Not sure what happened, but he dropped the puck and his hand must have gotten whacked by one of the players' stick on the face-off. He's got a new whistle now. Frady's wins the draw, coming across. It's Fitzgerald, throws one, little soft shot. Didn't quite get all her shot on it, but gets into the crease and Jewett hangs on to it. Braylon wants that shot back. Braylon lining up on the board side. Frady's drops it. Braylon skates right behind her and just picks it and fires. It's a good play. Again, but it could not come clean of Frady's stick, but it does pop out to the blue line. Stewart throws it across, just getting in deep. Chased down by Ferraro, number 10, Mears. You got Fitzgerald over there helping as well. And LaBelle, like I said, there's 2 to 4 bodies on the puck all the time, folks. Mears now reverses direction and gets away from Ferraro, comes up ice, puts it on number 9 Gallon stick, goes across ice to Fernandez. Fernandez can't quite free herself up from Stewart. Braylon Fitzgerald slides in up the loose puck, skates it out of the zone. Picked up by LaBelle center ice. Loses it on to Lily Ferraro's stick. Ferraro deep in the corner. backhands it towards the front of the net, off the side post. It's going to be picked up by Castor outside the blue line, but pressured by Gallen. Castor beats her. Makes a nice move at the blue line, frees herself up from Gallen and Fernandez. Castor turns around, retreats as it gets tipped back behind her. She picks it up again. She's really skating here, folks. Gallen, pressure. She's in the zone. Nobody's there. She's trying to throw in front of the net. Gets off a skate and stick. And Mears is throwing it back up ice, but in pinches Lamus. Picked up right there by McGinn. McGinn throws it over the net. Comes back to McGinn in front of the net. She is getting hammered, but she's staying on her feet, controlling the puck. Throws it over to Raina Spalding. Spalding gets it back to Stewart. Blue line. Stewart throws it through some bodies. Great screen by McGinn. Jewett was there and able to get a pad on it. Comes back up the board. Stewart steps around Davidson, then goes in deeper. She gets past Young. Backhands it across behind the net. Cushing charges in, picks it up, comes right back at it. Back off the boards and McGinn, the blue line. McGinn across ice to Castor. Castor throws a soft shot in. Off a deflection by Spalding. Goes across the front of the net and just misses Cushing. The puck, they thought it was out of play. I think it came up and hit the sideboard up high where the bench and the penalty box meets. You got a Brett Mears just ran into the ref and took the ref to the ice. Everyone's laughing. Nothing intentional there. But Brett, that'll probably make the highlight reel. So the puck bounced off the stanchion of the penalty box and the bench, and the players thought it was a dead puck, so they stopped skating. And then they picked up the pace and tried to play it again, and the ref blew the whistle. So they're going to decide now where the face-off should happen. The shot came from the Colchester zone. So they'll drop back into that face-off circle. Shannon Broulette's ready. There's no ref there with the puck, no other center, but she's there. Refs they're gonna make the right call. They're talking about it, which is, you know what, I'd rather see that, folks, than just go and do it. I mean, they want to make sure they get the right call. But Burlington Colchester was trying to clear the puck, and it did hit that stanchion. So it was on their shot, so the puck should go back to where it came from, and it will. Paul Fells, once he makes his mind up, he's a hard one to dissuade. While they're talking about that, I'd like to thank our community partners that help make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Sports Services, the Affluent Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stones Auto, St. Albans Fairfield locations, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and Collins Curley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV at 802-782-8676. Another reset on the face-off. The wings coming off the boards are sneaking in. Roulette, Davidson, puck drops in and they're just battling for it. It finally squirts out towards the blue line. It's past pinching in Johnson because Fisher had pressure on her. Lanfear picks it up, comes in, flicks it over everybody, goes over the net. A lot of bodies were laying down in front of the net. Comes back across. It's going to come out of the zone off a deflection. Marley Johnson picks it up, throws it in back into the zone. Pratt has it now. Waiting, pressured by Lanfear. Thrown out of the zone. Picked up again off a bouncing stick, and Marley Johnson has it. Back into the zone she goes. And loses it at the blue line there, and Michaela Kucher throws it all the way in. Pratt is over there to pick it, and she just wraps around the boards trying to get out of the zone. Sent right back in by Iona Lamus. Michaela Kucher takes it, centers it, looking for Brulette. Good pressure on Brulette from Mobley. Comets can't get a clean shot on that puck in the zone. Sea Lakers are doing a great job getting bodies out there. Pratt cross ice looking for Bean. Gets off Bean's stick, bounces into the Comet zone, chased down by Callie Cushion. Cushin's got some steam. She's coming up ice. Davidson's there to meet her blue line, but she goes past Davidson. She's got great speed coming in. Backhands it. Pearson to Raina Spalding one-times it. Bends the twine. Goal number 2 for the Comets. Beautiful work by Callie Cushion going in and just shedding sticks that were coming out to check her into the zone. Raina Spalding just slides into the slot. Nice crisp pass to Spalding, and Spalding just fires it from about 5 feet out. No chance by Logan Jewett on that shot. Folks, you won't believe it, but I had a little saliva come out of my mouth on that call. 2-1 Comets. Spalding draws it back to Smith up the boards to McGinn to Spalding coming in. She's got cushion, his cushion over to McGinn. Nice pass right there, but just inside of McGinn's stick. Could not quite handle it. Short-sided her. Out comes number 5, Burdick with a puck. Met at the red line, loses it, but picked back up by 32 LaBelle. Bounces off a couple sticks. A lot of pressure here coming from Burlington Colchester. Hibbard's there to keep it out of the net. Back to the blue line. Jazzy throws it in, but it comes back out from the Comets. So now you got number 10, Mears, and Cushing doing battle into the Sea Laker zone. Mears has the puck. Comets have a long shift. They're going to do a big change. Here comes Burdick out of the zone, but Gabby Frady with fresh legs comes back on, turns it around, sends it back in. There goes Lily Ferraro chasing down number 3, Jazzy 9 to win. Puck is behind the net, gets thrown over the boards, over to Frady's. Frady's over to Castor. Castor looking to Smith. Smith backhands it in. Ferraro could not quite turn and get shot on, comes back up to the blue line. Sent back in by the Comets. Picked up by Mears. Mears throws it out of the zone. It's going to be icing. Nice puck work right there. If Lily Ferraro had just about a half a second more, she probably could have been able to position her body and turn that shot in. But there really is not a lot of time. Neither team is giving you any room to skate, which is it's just really two well-coached teams. These kids all like to play hockey, and it's obvious from the way they're playing out here. They're moving. Everything's a challenge. Davidson and Brulette on the draw. Brulette wins. Back to Johnson. Johnson fires a shot! Nope. Lamas, excuse me. Drop pass back to Lamas. Lamas fires a shot. Another crisp, hard shot. Bending the twine. Goal number 3. Comets 3-1, 148 left in the period. What a shot. But Shane Lamas, Ion's dad, has built a shooting laboratory in their house. I'm surprised they have any glass in that house. But Baylor has really put a lot of craft in that basement as well. So Seneca was a smart one. She did a lot of deflections. But Iona and Baylor, hey, they ripped the puck. Davidson and Brulette now center right for the draw. Push to the side. Going to be picked up by Isabel Stewart. Skates in the zone. Nice pass over, looking for Brulette. Brulette could not get her stick on it. Pratt was there to challenge Brulette. Pratt's doing a great job moving around the ice here. Now she's on a sideboard with Lamas and Kucher. Kucher comes out with it, throws it in the front, off a couple skates and stalls there. Back up the blue line. Lamas is there. Another shot. Nice low, hard shot. Perfect for a deflection. Pratt picks it up, throws it up ice, looking for Gallen, but it gets turned around, sent back in by the Comets. Comets tag up. Pratt goes deep, pick it up. Pressured by Lamas, going up the sideboard. She's looking for Burdick. Burdick hits it over Davidson. Davidson looking for Fernandez, but intercepted by Stewart. Stewart throws it over the boards, and her and Fernandez chase it back behind the net. Davidson's there to meet it, throws it back to Fernandez. Fernandez backhands it up, looking for Young on the blue line, but it gets tagged on the stick by the Rock. Sends back in the corner. Comets come up off the sideboard with it. Lamphere has it. Mitt loses it up to the blue line. Pratt takes a nice hard shot. Gets in behind the net. Lamas throws this one across ice, looking for LaRock. Gets past her, goes length of the ice for an icing. 40.7 seconds left in this period. Northwestern Counseling and Sports Services and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevent suicide in our community. If you or someone you care about is struggling, remember, we are here for you. 24/7, completely confidential. Call NCSS Emergency Service anytime at 802-524-6554 and press 1. Or connect through the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline. One call, one text, or a chat. Save a life. 40.7 seconds left. Face off in common zone. Controlled by Burlington Colchester. Fires off the side of the net. Goes to the sideboard. Chased down by Smith. And looks like Pearson Stanley. Pearson Stanley coming around the net with a puck. Looking to skate out of the zone. Pressured right there by LaBelle. Got her stick up under her arm. Held it a little bit. I'm surprised he wasn't calling on that. And Hibbert's holding the puck, waiting for a whistle. Nobody was pressuring her, so the refs weren't blowing it. But Madison Bean came charging in. Just in time to put a little snow show on Anna Hibbert with a whistle. 15.2 seconds left. Comets lead 3-1. Right now it would be a 13-3 shot advantage for the Comets this period. There's total game shots of 23-6. Doing a lot of reverse math in here, folks. And the refs really spent a lot of time getting these people set in the face-offs. Burlington Colchester controls the face-off. Shot thrown in softly by Mears. Stick to the corner by Hibbard. LaBelle with it now, trying to come out of the corner. Comets are there to meet her. Marley Johnson trying to skate it out of the zone. Met by Bean to keep it in. And LaBelle. And that'll do it for the second period. Another fast-moving period. It's like that. Feels like a 5-minute period the way these kids are playing. They're just really moving the puck well, moving themselves well, skating really hard. Whole team comes out on the ice to meet Anna at the blue line just to turn around and skate back off. That's good team support right there. I'd like to see that. But we have, like I said, 13-3 shot advantage this period, 10-3 shot advantage by the Comets in the first period. So they're putting more shots in on Jewett, and they're starting to find their holes. They're doing a great job charging the net as well, not just shooting it. They've got 1 or 2 bodies in front of the net all the time. But Burlington Colchester is just doing a tremendous job in both ends of the ice. They've got a lot of pressure coming in on Hibbard. Comets' defense is pretty stout, and they keep people to the side. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make going for the third period, but it's still a close game, 3-1 game. It's still anybody's game to play, so don't miss the third period, folks. Go get your snacks, do your break, whatever you got to do, but come on back here in about 10 minutes, and we're sure to have an exciting finish. Thank you. are starting getting the girls out back on the ice, getting ready for the final period of this great contest. As you watch the girls skate around, the nets get set, I'm going to reach out to our sponsors one more time. And we'd like to thank our community partners that help make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Sports Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans Fairfield location, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. Northwestern Counseling and Sports Services and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevent suicide in our community. If you or someone you care about is struggling, remember, we are here for you 24/7, completely confidential. Call NCSS Emergency Service anytime at 802-524-6554, then press 1. Or connect with the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline by calling, texting, or chatting at 988. One call, one text, or one chat. Save a life. You never know, folks. Everybody has a smile on their face. You never know what's behind that smile. So take some time. Talk to some people. Comets finish their cheer. Anna Hibbert's heading to the net. Sea Lakers over there doing the same. Jewett and Hibbert have done stand-up jobs between the pikes. It's a fast-moving game in front of them, a lot of bodies blocking and screening, so it's tough being a goalie, folks. Hats off to them, and hats off to both teams. They're really putting on a great show. Speaking of a great show, following this game, the stream will stay the same. You don't have to reload and come back in and watch the boys. The BFA boys will be playing South Burlington Rebels. I'm not sure if it's Rebels. We'll do the Wolves. The Wolves. There we go. South Burlington Wolves. In a doubleheader matchup here. And that's last time these two faced off. There's a little tension at the end of the game. So, folks, tune into this one. It should be a great game. Martin Edelman's going to be on the call. Davidson and Brulette on the draw. Controlled by Brulette. Brought back to Stewart. Stewart off boards looking for Kuchar. Gets past her. Gets into the zone. Kuchar loses her stick. She's got to come back out. Brulette's holding, waiting, and then she gets across ice to Lampier. Lampier gets it into the zone. LaRock comes on the ice for Kuchar with a stick. Out comes good goal, Galvin, met by Stewart in the blue line as she passed across to Davison. And Stewart goes back in the zone, chased down by Brulette. Good pressure on Brulette right there by Mobley, Sylvie Mobley. Enabling Fernandez to come up ice with it. Gets across ice looking for Gallon again. Gets past Gallon. Amos picks it up and brings it in the other way. Pratt gets to Pratt. She just throws her across ice to Fernandez. Fernandez loses off her stick to Stewart. Stewart backtracking, pressured by Davidson and Fernandez, but it gets back up on the boards. Nice pass cross just in front. Frades takes it. She's got some room. Squirts a shot off of the mask of Jewett into the corner. Under pressure from Pratt. Not only enabling Gabby to get her good shot off, but great job. Good hustle, both teams. Pratt gets it out of the zone, throwing it across, looking for Fernandez. Intercepted by Stewart. Stewart throws it in. Picked up by number 11 behind the net is Mobley. Mobley's coming around, drops it to Pratt. Pratt goes across ice for Fernandez. Fernandez coming up ice with it. She's got Fisher on the far side, holding on to it. Drops it to Davidson. Another nice shot from Davidson. She has got a good blast. Fernandez crawls into the zone. She knew where Davidson was. Dropped it back 10 feet. Davidson just lasered it in right into Anna Hibbert's glove. A lot of confusion. Sticks on the ice. Michaela couldn't go back in the zone to get it because she would have been offsides, and so she opted to do the long run back to the bench to tag up for LaRock. Come on. The bell on her draw with Frades. Picked up by Ferraro through the mess, and she skates out of the zone, taps it past number 10 Mears, gets it in the zone, chases it down. Toss it front, score! Ferraro from below the goal line throws a hard pass out to the front, and I gotta wait and see who's coming through the line because it happened so fast. It was off a stick with a really sharp tip into the net, and it's number 8, Braylon Fitzgerald. Great pass, good work. Ferraro logging it out of her own zone all the way down the boards. Good pressure on her along the boards. Gets behind the goal line and she lasered that pass up and right on Fitzgerald's stick. And I think the shot Fitzgerald made was mostly out the pass coming from Ferraro. That thing just redirected high into the net over Jewett. Fourth goal of the game right off, 13-22 in the third. Raina Spalding controls the draw back to the Comets. They throw it up ice, trying to get in the zone, but Pratt's there to throw it back out. LaBelle's coming in, trying to get in, but she's pressured there by number 15, Marley Johnson. Gets across from the center. Raina Spalding has it over to Cushion. Cushion trying to fire, but good pressure on Cushion by Mobley, keeping her wide. Puck goes behind the net, picked up by Raina Spalding. Pressured by Pratt. Throws it back in behind the net to Myra McGinn. Myra McGinn throws it out in front. Looking for a cushion, but it's controlled by Burlington Colchester. Soft pass across ice, and McGinn picks it out of midair and knocks it down. Takes it to the boards. There's good pressure on her there. Stalls, and it comes back into the Burlington Colchester zone, picked up by Pratt. Turns, firing it back up ice. Looking like she's got number 2 Bean on her stick. Met by McGinn at center ice. Falls loose to Raina Spalding. Spalding makes a move on Davidson, over to Marley Johnson. Johnson skating up ice, into the zone, makes a little move, coming across the front, looking for a shot right to the center, off the blocker, Jewett. Goes to the sideboard, Cushion picks it up, pressured by Bean. Davidson now picks up the loose puck, trying to come out of the zone with it, hits Johnson's skate. Picked up by Pearson Stanley. Nice move, clearing herself out of 3 different bodies. Gets into the, she's still dangling that puck and throws one, a little knuckleball over to the side of the net. Auer tries to track it down behind the net, but Davidson comes up ice with it. Met at the blue line, kept in. Puck thrown in the corner. Deep is is Castor to keep it in. Gets pumped back up. Number 5, Burdick, throws it off the boards towards Comets end. Chased down by Pearson Stanley. Burdick on her. Pearson Stanley goes up the boards with it. Nice pass from Auer, cross ice. She's got LaRock. LaRock coming in ahead of steam. Gets chipped right there at the top of the circle. Loses it in the corner. Auer's there to pick it up. Throws it behind the net. LaRock's there putting pressure on. Pearson Stanley there. Pinches down low. They're doing battle with Fernandez. Fernandez doing a good job, but she's got to get that stick is what you'd call a holding right there, folks. You got to kind of get it in and get it out. You can't just kind of keep it there. Behind the net, Comets come through with the puck, trying to tuck it back out in front is Pearson Stanley, but met by a wall of Sea Lakers. They push it in the corner again. Pearson Stanley now gets in the top circle, passes it over to Stewart, pinching in. Burdick gets a stick on Stewart and keeps her from getting any shot off. Now goes across to Fernandez. Fernandez coming up ice. She got no support. All Comets around her. Her rest of her team going for a line change. Puck behind the net, picked up by Pearson Stanley, turning. She's got Lamphere wide over here. Cannot get a shot off or a pass across. Fernandez picks up the loose puck, keeps it in the zone, stepping in. Throwing a shot, goes off Stewart's stick into the corner. She tries to throw it back out in front. Too many bodies there. The puck is still below the goal line, but anything happening. Here it is. A lot of bodies here. Puck's bouncing. Hibbert's down, up, now cleared. Close, another close call. Puck was trying to be kept in right there by number 10 Mears, but it squirts out of the zone. Comets got to control it, throwing it deep. They can't get it deep. Pratt intercepts it just inside her own blue line, turns it the other way as Comets do a line change. Comets luckily got their change done before it damaged. Pratt dumps it in. Burdick chases it down, throwing it out front, looking for Gowan charging in. Intercepted by the Comets, back behind the net. Chatham Brulette goes down, gets a stick in her skate and falls, but she gets right back up, control the puck. A really tough tip shot right there, almost snuck by Hibbert as she was scaling right and went back on her on the left side. This is the net. Behind the net now is Brett Gowan and Castor. Castor skating up the boards, but Pratt's there to meet at blue line and slaps it back in. Davison now chasing it down with Stewart. Stewart touches it over to Brulette. Brulette turns and goes back and retreats into the zone, free up some space. Makes a move on Davison here, and now she's skating up out of the zone. She's got Kuchar wide. She's taking it, gets in, makes a nice move on the blue line, fires a shot over the net, right where Dad and Mom are, hitting the glass. In pinches Stewart to keep it down low. Pressured by Mobley in the corner now, keeping her along the boards. Pratt picks up the loose puck. Goes cross ice, looking for number 2, Bean. Gets past Bean, goes a length for icing. Yeah, nice move by Brulette at the blue line. Frees herself up, comes squared up on Jewett, but just fires a shot a little high, goes about 3-4 inches over the net, and that's where Mom and Dad like to sit. Probably trying to wake up Dad because it looked like he's been nodding off back there. Come on, Brad. Stay with it. Burlington Colchester control the face-off, but great job by the Comets stepping into the mix. Braylon Fitzgerald looking for number 2, just diving in and trying to put some pressure on. Jewett just smartly covers up the puck. The face-offs have been a battle. Both teams are really putting pressure on each other. Brady's on a draw here. Controlled by Burlington Colchester. Gets it over to Burdick. Burdick held on it too long. Just kept in by the Comets, and here's Fitzgerald picking up a loose puck and throwing one right in the midsection of Jewett. Yeah, Burdick got the puck on the sideboards, no pressure on it at that point, and I think she was looking for someone to pass to, and you just can't wait. The Comets are pinching in low. Again, right there, the puck dropped and just get tied up between the two centers' legs. Comets come out with it. Frades turns and fires, blocked by number 11, Mobley. In the corner now, LaBelle goes deep, picks the puck up, takes it behind the net, pressure by Ferraro. Burdick over there to help. LaBelle's trying to get in, but Ferraro just does a great job keeping the puck low. Now it does finally score out of the zone. Comets clear up, sent back in deep. Pratt picking it up behind the net. 8 minutes left in the third period, folks. 4-1 is the score. Ferraro turns Pratt around. Pratt drops it to her partner, coming back the other way. Out comes Mobley. Mobley's got a little room, but she's still pressured by Frades. And now eventually Johnson over to Lamas. Lamas snaps it hard off the boards, looking for Ferraro. Gets past her, gets all the way to Pratt. Pratt turns, hits Davison with it. Davison coming up ice. Just fires it in to the Comet zone. Chased down by Ayanna Lamas behind the net. She's got Gallon here to meet her. She just skates through Gallon's stick, and she's got some strength and speed. She's coming into the Colchester zone, going wide. She got McGinn and Spalding in front of the net. Throws it right out in front. And Jewett gloves it and hangs onto it. You had both Raina Spalding and McGinn, but they're a little too deep into that net. And one of them had to stay a little higher up. Lamas came around and just dished it out in front, looking for one of her 2 teammates to put a stick on it. 29-7. Game shots right now. Davidson and Spalding on the draw. Davidson controls the faceoff, drops it back to Young. But McGinn puts pressure on, takes it over. And Young and McGinn doing battle behind goal. And McGinn turns and fires in front of the net, but intercepted by Davidson, coming out of the zone with steam. Great back checking by Cushing, lifts her stick, takes her off the puck. Castor picks it up, throws it the other way, and it will go the distance. No icing. Young chases it down, but McGinn takes it off her stick. McGinn curls around, trying to do a wraparound. Jewett denies. Cushing now with it. No, excuse me, Spalding. Spalding now drops it to Cushing. Cushing coming around the circle, throws it back in the middle, goes all the way across to Castor. Castor throws it off Jewett's leg, kicks in the corner, back behind the net. Castor with the puck now. Excuse me, Cushing with the puck. Good pressure on Cushing by Fernandez. They get, or excuse me, not as Mears. They get it out of the zone, but now McGinn turns around, comes right back in, hits Cushing. Cushing turns, throws it off, a deflected stick high into the webbing above the rink. Face off will be probably right out here outside the blue line. No, it's going to be inside. Both teams go for a line change. LaBelle on a draw with Pearson Stanley. Comets are going through all 4 lines on their bench tonight. And it's a good thing because this game is fast. LaBelle picking the puck up behind the net. Pressured by Pearson Stanley. Throwing it around the boards. In pinches Ayanna Lamas and Haley Alward. Keeping the puck low. Now it's going to be picked up by Mobley. Mobley backhanding it up, looking for number 7, Fisher. Fisher and Mobley in the corner, but 2 Comets with LaRock and Pearson Stanley doing battle. Out of the zone comes number 2, Madison Bean, throws it deep in the Comet zone. Pressure is Fisher. And Ayanna Lamas. And Ayanna Lamas touches it behind the net, looking for Pearson Stanley. Stanley picks it up, backhands it up, out of the zone. Burlington Colchester has to touch up and come out. Puck gets sent back in. Ayanna Lamas has some room down the skate a little bit. Pressure by Davison. She goes up the boards looking for the rock. Gets past the rock. We had pressure from Bean. Goes back to Mobley. Mobley comes across ice looking for Fisher. Ahead of Fisher. Gets in the zone. Lamas picks it off the sideboard. Throws it up looking for Haley Alward. Past Alward to Pratt. Pratt throws it across ice to Bean. Bean skating in. Taking it wide. She got Davison out front. Good pressure on Bean by Stewart. Bean's coming around that. Drops it to Burdick. Coming back into the zone as Bean's coming out. Burdick goes behind that, pressure by Lamas. Turns around, beautiful pass A little backhand pass under pressure from Lamus out to number 14, Davidson. And Davidson just quickly deposits that behind Hibbert. Good nice hard pass, and even harder shot. Great job is by Burdick, who was just going behind the net, and then she just kind of spun and did a little backhand pass out off the pressure from Lamus. Score is 4-2, folks. Plenty of game left, 5 minutes, 19 seconds. 6 goals scored tonight, and I can tell you all 6 goals have been beauties. Both teams working hard for this game. Brulette is chasing that puck down in the Burlington Colchester zone. Good pressure on her from Jazzy 9 Nguyen. Davidson now, I believe, Fernandez, excuse me, no, it wasn't. That was Mears who gets the puck up out of the zone. A lot of neutral zone stuff going on here. Marley Jones picks it up to center ice. Pressured by Schulman. Gets it up to Brulette, but Brulette was pressured by number 10, Mears, and gets it back in the common zone. Davidson's down there, working hard against Marley Johnson. In comes Brulette to help her. Puck back to the blue line. Thrown into a charging Brulette, just knocks the puck down and gets sent back in. Davidson just turns and fires one. Tough angle shot, and it hit Hibbert on the side leg and had a chance. Gets sent back down, picked up by Gowan deep in the Colchester zone. Pressured by Kuchar and Lanfear. Gowan's trying to come up out of the zone with it. Goes off a stick and right on to Davidson's stick. Davidson's got some speed, but she's got 3 Comets bookending her. Throws it over the net. Goes around across the boards here, and Fernandez keeps it in. Gets back to Fernandez from Gowan. Over to Pratt. Pratt fires one through. Trying to go through some bodies. Misses the net. Good job trying to get in front. Is number 9, Gowan, trying to screen Hibbert. Puck is along the blue line, kept in by Pratt. Pressured right there. Nice quick pressure by Haley Lanfear. Goes deep in the corner. LaBelle's there. Now Fernandez with the puck. Still bouncing on the boards, and Lanfear's still there putting pressure on. Great job by Haley Lanfear. Fernandez still gets a handle on it. Throws it back up to the blue line. Mobley over to Pratt. Pratt throws it wide of the net, off the board. Michaela Kuchar's over there, but Fernandez beats her to it. Smith comes high to help. Still kept in by the Sea Lakers. Haley Lanfear backhands it to the blue line. Pratt stops it. She's got time. No one's charging her. Takes another wide shot of the net. Bounces awkwardly off the boards. Comes back up the same side. Slapped out. Haley Lanfear says enough. And she ices it, but she ices it right on net. So Comets win on that one. They get a line change. No icing. Out comes Frady's hard, putting pressure on Mobley. Mobley has to retreat, goes to Pratt behind the net. Mobley and Pratt have been on the ice for a while, too. They need to change up. They're trying to get out of the zone, but the Comets are there, just put steady pressure. Ferraro there, throwing across ice, looking for Fitzgerald. Gets past her to the boards, and Frady's and Fitzgerald are over there putting pressure on Pratt and Mobley. Again, 2 defensemen have been out there for a little bit here, folks. Ferraro now over on the sideboards, keeping it in low. Throwing a puck, comes across the front. Fisher gets her stick on, drops it back to Pratt. Pratt trying to go wide across, and Ferraro's there to keep it in. Throws one wide of the net. Fitzgerald and Frady's are over there, put pressure on Pratt. Pratt just throws it up the boards to Fisher, who gets it out to Castor. Castor throws it back into the zone. Ferraro picks it up, going around Mobley. Nice centering pass out front. Off of Pratt's stick, or skate, excuse me, to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald throws one on net. Again, another nice save by Jewett. Whistle is much needed for the Sea Lakers. They can get Pratt and Mobley off the ice. They had a long shift. They held up well with tired legs. 31-9 shot advantage Comets. 4-2 game. Third period, 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. Spalding and Davison on the draw. Controlled by Sea Lakers. Burdick at center ice. Met by Stewart. Loses their step, but Fernandez gets the puck. Gets it in the zone. Callie Cushion's over there. Her and Schulman kind of connect. Puck goes high in the air. Controlled by the Comets again. Pearson, or Raina Spalding, ran into Callie Cushion at the blue line and skated around her. And Cushion just kind of fell into the zone for the offsides. This line of Cushion, Spalding again is really fun to watch. Especially when you got Landis and Stewart back on the point. It's just, that's a solid line, folks. Spalding slaps it over, looking for her wing. That Schulman was there doing a great job tying up McGinn. Center ice, still moving around. Here comes Spalding with it. Gets in the zone. Pressured by Burdick. Going deep. Getting around Mears. Going behind the net. She's probably going to come up to the blue line, and she does a little bit too hard on Lamus' stick. Can't control it, but Cushing's there to pick it up. Goes across ice to Stewart. Stewart's got room. Fires! Beautiful shot. Cushing had just went high up out of the zone to keep the puck in. Turns around, comes in. And on the far side is Isabel Stewart, just a smart hockey player, coming in off the point. Nobody on that far side, gets to the top of the circle. Cushing sees her, sharp pass, and Stewart just rips it. We'll be probably stitching that twine up tonight. 5-2. Like I said, there's 7 goals scored tonight. 5 for the Comets, 2 for Colchester, and they have been 7 amazing goals. Best part you guys get to do is you can go back and replay this all night long. We got a little question going on over here on the Burlington Colchester bench. Paul Fells goes over to address the concern. Paul's always in for a good chat. Nice look down on the common bench to see Ben Lovelet back. He missed the last game because he was doing his dad duty at his baby shower. I mean, nice job, Ben. You gotta do what you gotta do, buddy. I finally got the Burlington Colchester roster delivered to me at the start of the 3rd period, but I think I've been doing okay, folks. If you're at home listening, I've been trying to get everybody's name correct in my poor vision. This conversation is going for a little bit here. Not quite sure what the discussion is. Maybe there was somebody in the crease. I don't think so because everybody was almost out of the zone. They turned around, and reset came in, and it wasn't an offsides. Cushing kept it in by a good 2 feet. What a game. I mean, Joe, I'm sorry you're not here to help me call this because I think you'd be impressed. I'm hoping that back feels better. Marina Spalding LaBelle on the draw. Gets back to the Comets. Again, chases it down. Pressured by Gowan. Gets it up to Spalding. Spalding to Cushing. Cushing squirts free, but loses the puck to Pratt. Pratt over to Gowan. Gowan's pressured by McGinn. Gets to Ion Lamus. Lamus kind of gets pressured by Davison, who isn't able to get a good pass off. Now it's picked up by LaBelle coming the other way. LaBelle's got some speed. Lamus keeps her wide. Throws it out in front of the net. Charging Davison from the far side. Was tied up by the Comets defense. Great play by the Colchester team getting to those open spots quickly, but the Comets are shutting it down. Out of the zone, McGinn to Cushing, goes off the skate, goes all the way down. Cushing goes in, chasing Pratt. Pratt backhands it over to Mobley. Mobley puts it back to Pratt under pressure from Spalding. Now Cushing has it, coming up the board. She's probably going to get up to Lamus if she can. She's met by Gallen and Pratt. 2 long bodies that just can really cover a lot of areas. Puck is now behind the net, 27 seconds left. Mobley's coming around the net with it. Pressured by Stewart, who's down low. Puck sent back in the zone, going to be chased down by Ferraro and Davidson and Pratt. Pratt's going to pick up the loose puck, pressured by Ferraro, throws it around the boards. Doesn't get all the way across. Stewart gets it to the blue line, throws it back in. LaBelle gets a stick on it. Ferraro's trying to turn and fire. In steps number 18, Gabby Frades, and that'll take it to the boards and the final horn. What a game. Great skate. Last time these 2 teams faced off as a 1-1 draw. Today is a much different story. 5-2. Comet win. The score does not reflect the tightness of this game. I mean, this game was just a bounce of a puck. 2 great teams. This could be a final game matchup right here at the end of the season too. The way these 2 teams played, if they continue this type of pace, it's going to be hard for a lot of teams in Vermont to keep up with either one of them. Very fun to watch. A lot of good puck movements, a lot of challenging going on. Good clean game. I believe there's only 2 penalties called the whole game, and that's uncommon for these 2 teams face off. We usually have a couple more. Before I go home, I want to sit there and reach out to our sponsors again. We'd like to thank our community partners that help make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stone's Auto, St. Albans and Fairfield locations, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and Collins Burley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. Northwestern Counseling and Sports Services and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevent suicide in our community. If you or someone you care about is struggling, remember, we are here for you 24/7 and completely confidential. Call NCSS Emergency Service anytime, 802-524-6554, then press 1. Or connect with the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline by calling, texting, or chatting at 988. One call, one text, one chat. Save a life. So we got a lot. You look across the ice, folks, if you're still watching, you see players from both teams facing moms and dads with cameras, getting pictures taken. And a lot of these players play together in the spring and summer on different teams. Great camaraderie. That's what girls hockey is about. It's just a good group of kids, good age group, and these kids have they put a lot of effort into their game. So it'd be really great if you guys come out and support them. And speaking of support, this Saturday the Comets will take on Burlington, and it will be their senior game. There's also going to be the boys following that game. They'll have their senior game as well. So tune in. Watch the moms and dads, grandparents, siblings all come out on the ice and stand with the three Comet seniors, which will be Dolly Steele, Gabby Frades, and Jillian Smith. The boys, I believe, have 7 seniors. We'll let Martin Uelman touch on that when he comes on. But for now, this is Dave Jackson saying thank you so much for joining us and watching this game. It was a great game, and we'll see you on Saturday. Have a great night.
Mic check. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a broadcast of Vermont State Division I high school hockey between the visiting South Burlington Wolves and the home BFA Bobwhites. I am Mark Needleman tonight for Jason Bliss, who's enjoying the sunny weather in Hawaii. I've got some big shoes to fill if I'm going to do the job that he normally does, but either way, hopefully those at home who couldn't make it here to the complex are listening in on Northwest Access TV. Tonight, BFA hosts South Burlington. Recently on January 17th, South Burlington beat them down in Carnes Arena 2-0. Both teams sit sort of at the middle of the pack in the Vermont D1. Spalding, Seaview, Rice, and Essex solidifying the top four right now with a lot of hockey left to play in the month of February. So right now, this will be a good test for both teams who are just trailing that 4th seed by 1 or 2 games. Anything can happen, and usually does, in Vermont high school hockey, especially with these two teams that got a nice history. We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight. If you'd like to join our community partners that contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. Again, that's Northwest Access TV, 782-8676. I'd like to thank Northwest Counseling and Support Services and the After Goal Foundation are planning to raise awareness and prevent. So we're just getting down here to the buzzer. We'll conclude warm-ups. We'd like to thank our community partners to help make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stones Auto, St. Albans and Fairfield, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. South Burlington now announcing their lineups. A familiar name from last year, number 4, captain, senior Jack Kelly, the nod at forward. Along with him, a freshman, Levi Gover. Christian Butler, another familiar name from last year. It's Cameron Poore, another senior, and Alex Shagnon, brother to the other Shaggy, who was a stand-up goalie for South Burlington, now for the Bobwhites. Senior defenseman Owen Bonnet, good smooth skater, starting out in the blue line. He'll be joined by Gavin Benoit, another strong senior for the Bobwhites. Center in the first line tonight will be Brody Tatro, a senior. He's joined by the assistant captain, junior Duffy Smith. And another senior on the finishing off, Colby Magnan. And Ben Roberts choosing to go with a sophomore Tendy tonight, Merchant. So we await the nuptials here, or the national anthem upon circumstance. Another nice job done by Sassa with the smoke show. Nathan Ruth here and Kevin Smith doing a great job with St. Albans Skate Association. I'll excuse myself right before the broadcast started. I haven't seen the Bobwhites play since their Doc Tulip tournament and a 3-2 loss against Canton, so it may take me a few shifts to familiarize myself with some of these names for the Bobwhites. South Burlington again, Butler, Kelly, some of the names, Shaggy and Nett that I remember from last year. So again, my apologies to those listening at home if it does take me a few shifts or even a period to get these guys' names nailed down. But either way, hopefully you're enjoying, if you're not able to make it out here to the complex, rather balmy night outside, probably in the high 20s. If you're not able to make it, hopefully you're on the couch enjoying the game. As we get ready for the Winter Olympics in Italy next week, we get in the hockey mood, as I think tonight is one of the last nights the NHL has got games on their docket. Then they'll go to break, and hopefully Team USA will bring home the gold, first one in 46 years. So tonight's game, a real important contest here in the Division I boys hockey in Vermont, is BFA and South Burlington, both sitting around 500 records. Well within reach of getting a home ice playoff game in the quarterfinals, as they're just behind Essex by a game. So they'll have Essex here on their home ice next Wednesday night as we get ready to take the face off. It is Butler and Tatro. One by Tatro back to Bonnet. Bonnet gains the red line. He'll dump it in. And South Burlington's number 14, Sam Kelly, gives chase. Broken up by Duffy Smith out to the middle, and is kept in briefly, but out goes the puck into the net and stoppage of play. BFA will be looking to get all over South Burlington here, as they did on that first 10 seconds, getting pucks deep. We'll see what happens here. Tatro and Butler. One by Tatro up to Duffy Smith, and he's broken up nicely by the South Burlington defender. And it is Bonnet. Bonnet near side to Smith, and she chips it into Tatro. Tatro pass broken up, but kept in nicely by Bonnet on his back. He'll throw it down into the corner, and Kelly will get chase for South Burlington. Kept in by BFA. Magnan with a shot just wide. That's Zach Rubley now. Rubley with the puck. He'll try to find his winger there, and it should 200 feet. We'll go for icing against South Burlington. And the face-off will be just to the left of Shaggy. Alex goes by Shaggy. I know his brothers, who just graduated last year or the year before, was a nice goaltender for the Wolves. Face-off won by BFA out to Malbuff. Charlie Malbuff dumps in low, and that's number 13 for BFA, Sam Spalding. Spalding leaves for Mannon. Mannon back up top. BFA shot, rebound, and Thomas Garso just not able to get a stick on it. Scrum ensues on the far boards, and it's won by Mannon. Mannon very physical in the last game I called here a couple months ago against Canton. He was very noticeable with his body. It's number 6 now for BFA. Camden Phelps keeps the puck in near side to Garceau, but he'll lose it. And the puck is sent down. No ice. And Camden Phelps will, with speed through the neutral zone, is Phelps. He'll gain the offensive blue on his backhand side down by the goal line. And he's taken off the puck at the last minute by the South Burlington defender. Nice rush by Camden Phelps, the junior. South Burlington now, Hayden Nelson with a rush, and he's broken up momentarily by Benjamin Larocque. And it's now Trey Jarvis. Jarvis, a smooth skating freshman. Oh, nice pass, but he was broken up nicely by the South Burlington defender, Hayden Nelson, on the back check. That's Kelly now. Back up top, kept in by BFA defenseman. Nice save by Shagnon. Millen Molinari battling the puck down below the goal line. Back up top to the BFA, and it's blocked. Kelly now. He'll chip it up near side, but kept in by number 16 for BFA, Luke Gagnon. Icing against BFA with 12:03 left in the first period, 0-0 hockey game. Pretty good offensive pressure by the Bobwhites, a little offensive zone time, but no shots recorded yet as the new clock. The north side has the shots, or they keep track of them. That's number 9 Butler now against Tate Gagnon. One by Gagnon. Near side up to Parent, but it's kept in by 24 South Burlington. Nice tip, and Merchant with the save. Gavin Benoit now below the goal line is Parker Myers helping him out. But it's Butler up to the puck, up near side to the defenseman for South Burlington. Kick saved by Merchant and a beauty. Bo Parent now with the puck. Looking for some space. It was broken up by Butler. Christian Butler. Got his backhand down below the goal line. And it's Ryder Longway will send it the length of the ice. And it's waved off the ice. And South Burlington will come out down the other side. Kelly momentarily, Jack. Kicked aside by Merchant again. That's going to be his third save as South Burlington getting some pucks to the net. Tatro now with the puck. Tatro with the shot blocked nicely by South Burlington. But Tatro back up with the puck, tries to center it, and looks like they were trying to push it across. Was Duffy Smith and Alex Shagnon equal to the task. So some pretty good back and forth action there by both teams here the last 2 minutes. 10:47 left in the first period, 0-0 hockey game. It's going to be Elijah Butler will take the face-off against Tatro. Down again, won by South Burlington. And Duffy Smith ensues on the puck. Down below the net is Mannon. Mannon, nice puck battle. That's Duffy Smith. Both big, strong kids, and both have a 1 in their number. Smith leaves it for Magnan. Magnan and Smith now below the net, battling 2 defenders from South Burlington, taken down by Butler. Elijah, that is. And it's centered out. Shagnon will quickly cover. And Magnan trying for the rebound, but nothing doing. South Burlington now trying to get the puck deep, but it's nice defensive work by Tatro. Given chase by Phelps. That's Bonnet. Bonnet, nice play to get on the right side of the puck. He'll leave it for Tatro. Off his stick. And South Burlington will break the puck out of the zone. Benjamin LaRock now with a nice move behind his net. Leaves up short side to Sam Spalding. Gave chase. Spalding now to Mannon. Covered by Shagnon. BFA sends their third group out with Jarvis, Eli Smith, and Bo Parent. Camden Phelps on the point alongside Benjamin LaRock, won by South Burlington. And that's Seth Jarvis now, Trey Jarvis. Back to Camden Phelps. Phelps back over to LaRock. Nice play by Phelps. Nice hands. Camden, the senior, skating out towards the middle of the ice. The junior. LaRock tries to chip it out, and he will. Trey Jarvis now with control through the middle of the ice is Jarvis. Kicks it up to his skate, back up to his stick. Showing some nice skill by the freshman down below the goal line. Looking, waiting, sends it up top to Benoit, but it was just outside the zone. Benoit looks down to send it down low, and it's South Burlington defender now up near side to Kelly, but it's broken up by the BFA defenseman. Kelly again. He's for Gover. Gover now with speed. Chips the puck down low past Benoit, and a battle ensues down below Merchant. Trey Jarvis, a nice defensive play, coming back to help out his defenseman up to Bo Parent. Now he loses an edge, blows a tire, and South Burlington gains control. Butler sends the puck down, back down low, and again, Merchant leaves for Benoit. Benoit below the goal line, up near side, and kept in nicely by the South Burlington defender, number 7, Milan Molinare. Back again, Molinare with a shot kicked side by Merchant. Merchant stayed busy in the first period. South Burlington now working him over a little bit. Another kick save by Merchant and a beauty. Looked like that might have been offside, but they'll let him play. Trey Jarvis now. He'll just send it 200 feet, and BFA will get a much-needed whistle. Zachary Merchant, a sophomore with some good size, showing some nice leg work there. He came up with 2 really nice pad saves. Keep this game knotted at 0 with 7:27 left in the first period. Face-off won by South Burlington. Grady Fields now leaves the puck down low, but it's broken up by BFA. Bo Parent leaves for Gagnon. Gagnon now will out of the zone, but it looked like that might have been offside, and they'll get that. Charlie Meldrum gets chased for BFA, the senior. Showing some nice speed coming out of the zone. Nicely done by Charlie. Or Malbuff. Sorry, Charlie. I just called you Meldrum last game, too. Charles Malbuff, that is. 14. Sam Kelly now stopping and looking. And that's Malbuff now below the net. Charlie with a nice play to keep the puck on his stick. Skates away from trouble. Leaves for Bo Parent. Parent upended by Charlie Bunting, but no call. And that is Gagnon now with a nice defensive play, and he'll dig it out. Andrew Early now for BFA. Trip the puck in and down low. Almost picked off nicely by BFA, but South Burlington sends it the other way. And that is Brody Tatro. Tatro doing battle. A little help there from number 23, Colby Magnan. BFA's first group gets back on the ice. Oh, broken up by South Burlington's forward, but it's LaRock. LaRock leaves for BFA, and it's Manning tracking down the puck, or excuse me, Duffy Smith. Smith back over to Tatro, shot up into the netting, and whistle should be inside the South Burlington zone. I'd say right now, South Burlington definitely holds the edge in quality scoring opportunities with at least 3. South Burlington's Shaggets made 1 really good save. Garceau now in the draw, but it's won by South Burlington. That's Gover. Gover, oh, nice pass over to Kelly. Oh, back to Gover. Great back check for BFA's Parker Myers. The defenseman came back nicely and lifted the puck of Butler. That was in the back of the open net. Great play by the defenseman. South Burlington now trying to get the puck on net, and it's Kelly. Kelly leaves for 24, Cameron Poor. And it's Parker Myers again, only a freshman, a big kid. Oh, nice move by Kelly. Butler with a shot, save again by Merchant. BFA struggling a little bit here in their own zone, back up top to the BFA defender, but Manning uses his body, knocks him off the puck. Manning, no 1-on-2, but a nice back check by Gover for South Burlington. Cameron Poor now with the puck. They lose it, but broken up nicely by Trey Jarvis. Jarvis, the speedy freshman, in alone on the puck right now down low in the corner. He'll leave. Puck set 200 feet and icing against South Burlington with 4:20 left in the first period, 0-0. My first look at Parker Myers, a freshman defenseman, again coming up with a great play, taking away the stick of Christian Butler, who had a tap in with Oscar Kelly, or Jack Kelly, excuse me, on that 2-on-0. Bonnet now sends the puck down low, and Sam Kelly will give chase. A lot of Kellys on this team. Oh, nice hit by Bonnet. He's going to get, I think he might get a boarding or interference. Interference is the call. That came a little bit before the puck came to him, so that's a good call by the referee, but it was a good physical hit at the same time by Bonnet. Shook me up here in the press box. Just a little too quick before the puck came to the South Burlington forward, so BFA unfortunately will be down a man with 3:59 left in the first period. South Burlington will send Butler, Kelly, Gover. Another Butler. Tipped. Score. Shot by Gover from the point. That was off the face-off by Butler, so Butler will get the... I don't think anybody tripped it. Gover coming through the line, so that'll go Gover from Butler right off the draw. And South Burlington quick to score a goal, make it 1-0. Made very quick use of that power play. Again, right off the face-off, so that'll go Levi Gover from Christian Butler at the 11-minute mark of the first period. BFA now with it, Manning. He'll dump in, and it's Kelly, Sam, with speed, down leaves the puck, and it is Cameron Phelps to throw the puck down and low again. We'll try it again, Will Kelly. So Burlington chips it in. There should be no ice, and there isn't. Cameron Phelps now to get chase. Nice forecheck by Grady Fields for South Burlington. Duffy Smith now with a shot chipped aside. And South Burlington will chip it out. 3 minutes left in the first period. 1-0 South Burlington on the power play goal by Levi Gover. Again, Bo Parrott now on his weak side, and it's taken out by Kelly. That's Sam. And it's Sam Kelly giving chase all the way out from his defensive position. BFA now skating out of the zone is Gavin Benoit. Gavin looking for some room, and he'll dump it in far corner where Parrott will give chase. Parrott now chips it back down low. Can't catch the number for BFA, but a one-on-one battle ensues, and it is South Burlington coming out with the puck. Kelly with speed. That's Jack, the captain, and it is now Butler. Butler in off the near circle. Gains control of the puck down below the goal line. Looking, waiting. Sends the puck to the net, but it's broken up nicely by Benoit, and BFA will chip it out of the zone. Merchant settles down below the net for Benoit. Benoit on his offside, skating up the near side here. He'll chip it in, and Shagnon will wisely cover the puck as BFA Manning was bearing down on him. So pretty good action here in the first period at the complex on a early the month of February as the season heats up, as the stretch begins for positioning for Division I playoffs. Bonnet now from the point. Shot tipped in front. Nice save by Gagnon. Off the tip, I think it was Manning in front, but a nice quick hard shot by Owen Bonnet. That puck had eyes as Manning chipped it. I think he thought the whistle was a little quick, as the refs may have lost sight of the puck, but either way, faceoff will be probably to the right of Shagnon. Garceau now for BFA. Won by South Burlington, and they will send the puck 200 feet. That will be icing again. So they'll have at it one more time. Couple of Butlers on this team, couple of Kellys for South Burlington. It should make my job much easier. So hopefully this gets a little smoother for all of us as we head into the second period. Won by Butler. Near side to number, nice play by number 11, Grady Fields, taking it off. Well, that's offside as Trey Smith jumped just a little bit offsides as Fields was coming with speed. But BFA will get the stoppage play, and they will send out their first group. Tatro, Magnan, and Smith for BFA. Bonnet and Malbuff on the point, and it is Smith with a nice play to gather the puck. Duffy Smith on his forehand. Nice move. He'll be hooked down. No call. Thought he might have got one there as he was taken down in a shooting position, but South Burlington the other way. Kelly shot. Pad save by Merchant, and it's shot wide. Bonnet now near side to Smith, but it's sent back down to South Burlington, and they'll start all over again. 1 minute left in the first period. Bonnet still with the puck. Momentum will get him going forward, and Garceau, that's 23, back over to Tatro. Tatro shot! Saved by Shagnon. That was Magnan with a pass over to Tatro. And Bonnet with a nice defensive play. Used for Butler. Near side to Gover, that should be offsides, and it will be with 31 seconds left in the first period. 1-0 South Burlington on a goal by Levi Gover on the power play at 11:04 in the first period. That was a face-off won by Butler with 2 seconds gone in the power play, and they made it 1-0. Broken up by Gover, the goal scorer. He'll send it down low, and Kelly for South Burlington will give chase. Trey Smith now, that is nice play by Eli Smith with seconds winding down in the first period. We'd like to thank our community sponsors that help make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stones Auto, St. Albans in Fairfield, Stewart's, Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. Well, if your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV at 802-782-8676. Northwestern Council and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevent mental awareness. Well, after 50 minutes in the books, and South Burlington holds a 1-0 lead on the power play goal at 11:04 of the first period by Levi Gover with the goal and Butler with the assist. They had Merchant with 6 saves. I assume Shagnon had about the same. I thought Merchant might have had a few more saves than that, but either way, we will continue with this broadcast in about 10 minutes. And welcome back to the friendly confines of the Collins Pearly Complex, where an early February match to try to determine jockey in the playoff standings as we get closer to March Madness at Gutterson. South Burlington holds a 1-0 lead after 15 minutes of play. Very evenly matched, I would say, the first period, as shots were just about even at about 6 or 7 apiece. Goal scorer again for South Burlington was Gover on the power play at 11:04 of the first. The community partners that help make this broadcast possible: Northwest Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stone's Auto, St. Albans, and Fairfields, Stewart's, Clarence Brown, Handy Scars, Union Bank, JC Image, and the Collins Pearly Complex. If your business would like to join our partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV at 802-782-8676. Both teams waiting here, letting the ice settle up a little bit before we drop the puck for the beginning of the second period. And it's South Burlington after 15 holding a 1-0 lead. It appears that teams that just, one word to describe Division I this year would be parity, as the top 6 teams are, again, just right with each other. No one team like Rice in the last couple of years has just dominated Division I. It looks like any team could beat anybody on any given night. South Burlington always in the mix, as they are very well coached. Sean Jones, Jonesy, been there forever. He does a great job with this program. And no matter what he gets for a talent pool, he always puts a strong team that can compete on the ice. And that's now BFA with the face-off win. They'll send it down low. And BFA will give chase. That's number 23, Colby Magnan, the first group out there. Tatro, Magnan, and Smith. And South Burlington will ice it. There's Coach Ben Roberts and company down below, letting the referee know that indeed was an icing, and South Burlington will deal with a face-off in their zone to the left of Shagnon. Tatro and Butler to do the honors. .50-50 puck, but St. Albans comes up with a quick shot by Magnan, and Shagnon quick to make the save. We'll repeat the face-off again, Tatro and Butler. Won by BFA. To the net is Smith. Another save by Shagnon, kicking it wide. Is kept in by Benoit. Now Magnan down below with Smith. Smith logging the puck. The big junior forward is brought down to his knees by Gover, but no call. Smith coming up with a puck out of the corner, and it is finally Butler for South Burlington. Christian Butler now through the middle of the ice will gain the offensive blue on his corner use for Kelly. Zach Kelly now broken up nicely by BFA's defenseman, but it's kept in by Gover. Gover over to Kelly, just wide. Nice play by South Burlington. A little tic-tac-toe going on there. Gover sends the puck down 200 feet away from his net, and it's Bonnet to give chase for BFA. Near corner sent aside, where Benoit will chip the puck out. Spalding now with the puck for BFA. Spalding, quick shot, pad save by Shagnon. Tipped out by South Burlington, and Kelly now with the puck. Trying to sideswipe one of the BFA defenders, but it's broken up nicely by Spalding. Ryan Poirier now, and he'll send the puck down low where Camden Phelps will give chase. Phelps coming out of the corner, and the puck is chipped up. Ryan Audibert now for South Burlington on his forehand, moves the puck far side to Cameron Poor. Poor chips it back down low to Audibert, over far side to Elijah Butler. Butler now wheeling the puck, but to nobody. It's Phelps, and he'll break it up. South Burlington now gives chase. And it is kept in by BFA. Phelps, broken up the last minute there by Trey Smith. Charlie Malva will go grab the puck from hash marks, and he'll chip it up near side. Broken up by South Burlington. Nice play by 26 for BFA. I believe that was Schreindorfer. And he'll draw a penalty. BFA merging to the bench for the extra attacker. Nice play by Schreindorfer. William going to the net hard, and he was hauled down, so that'll be a tripping call on South Burlington, or slash, apparently they're going to call, I believe, Cameron 18. Ryan Otterberg for slashing. BFA will send their first group out with Benoit and the other person on the blue line, the other player. Looks like it's Bonnet, but he's attending to he's got some skate issues below us. So a good time for BFA. They'll go on the power play with 12:24 left in the second period. 1-0 South Burlington. Tatro and Butler on the draw, one by Butler. But it's BFA who will come up with the puck. Benoit broken up nicely by Butler, and the puck will go 200 feet away from his net. Bonnet now with wheels. Near side to Tatro. Tatro stops. Oh, nice move on the faceoff dot, just over the crossbar. Nice play by Tatro. And it's sent out again by South Burlington. Benoit, Gavin, he'll gain a line here. He'll look to set up something. Benoit down below the goal line, looking, waiting. He's got Magnan down below. Magnan fighting out the puck, loose for Smith. Smith back over. Up top to Benoit. Gavin Benoit now on his shot. Tip nicely in front by Tatro, but Shagnon coming up with the save. Nice shot by Gavin Benoit. And a nice tip by Tatro. The FA now sending out the Sam Spalding line with Schreindorfer on the wing. They'll play 4 forwards here. One by BFA, and it's Schreindorfer. Lost an edge there momentarily, but he'll gain the puck down below the goal line, back up top to Cameron Phelps. Phelps over on the far side to Garceau. Up into the middle is 13. Sam Spalding with a quick shot, and it's set aside by Merchant. Nice play by Phelps to keep it in. Phelps on the side to Schreindorfer. Shot, tip, saved by Shagnon again. Garceau. Well, it's Kelly now in a short-handed breakaway. Kelly in alone on Merchant. Save! Nice play by Merchant. Back comes BFA, the other side. That's Spalding now. He'll beat the one South Burlington defender. Looking to set up again is Spalding down below the goal line. Spins away. Now below the goal line. Gets Spalding in the net. Saved by Merchant. Great end-to-end action. 20 seconds left. If they hurry, they'll get one more chance. Cameron Phelps. They'll be broken up by Gavin Poor, or Levi Gover, excuse me. And it's both Parent near side, but BFA will retreat to grab the puck. That's both Parent on the far side. Parent now below his goal line, looking to start up ice. Parent with some speed now over the red. He'll send the puck in down low. And nobody there for the FA, but number 4, Andrew Early. South Burlington happy to chip the puck out, and they'll be able to, the icing is waved off as they barely made the red line, forcing the FA to play the puck early now. Leaves near side for Parent, broken up nicely by Cameron Poor. It's Gagnon through the middle of the ice, but Butler, Christian Butler now on his forehand side shot. Oh, that's a hard shot just over the net of Merchant. Quick hard release by Butler. Alex Wilbur now up near side. Leaves for Andrew Early. Early stops and waits for help. Nice play by Early. Sends up in the middle where Trey Jarvis will take over. Jarvis, nice little move on his forehand below the goal line. Stops, pumps, goes the other way. and he's hung on to by two South Burlington defenders. Nice play by 21, Ryder Longway getting in on the forecheck. South Burlington now trying to clear, but it's kept in by Trey Jarvis. Jarvis again, oh, nice nifty move by the freshman on the goal line. Little toe drag below the net, still has the puck. Jarvis looking for some help, and it is Longway. Broken up though by South Burlington finally. It should be offside, they've got to get the line. And it is South Burlington now. They're going to ice the puck. Good pressure there by BFA's third group with Trey Jarvis and Longway. Ryder getting some offensive zone time. Nothing to the net, but a lot of pressure for BFA there. 8:37, we are halfway through the contest where South Burlington holding on to a 1-0 lead. Compliments of Levi Gover on the power play. Won the face-off by BFA. Barnett from the top. Nice block by Gover. Shot to the net. Duffy Smith rebound. Nice save by Shagnon. Smith now leaves the puck for Tatro. But it's Milan Milanory will take control of the puck. A little 2-on-2 out of the corner ensues, and the puck comes out of the zone. Barnett will regroup. And that is South Burlington now. Near side for Kelly, and it's Charlie Malbuff. Will break the puck up for BFA. Malbuff again takes the puck off the wall of his backhand, looking for help. Nice play by Malbuff coming out of the zone away from trouble. Leaves it up for Duffy Smith. Smith, oh, just broken up nicely there at the end by Milanory. The BFA had the scoring chance. Smith, shot, oh, he scores! Duffy Smith somehow found himself alone between him and Shagnon. Made a little move left to right and put it up underneath over his glove. 1-1 with 7:30 left in the first period. Again, that's Duffy Smith. Not sure if there was an assist on the play or not. It looked like it might have been a turnover by South Burlington, or potentially Colby Magnan might have chipped in that puck, but we'll hear the official announcement in a second. But again, Duffy Smith, the junior, found himself with a puck, just him and Shagnon, and he beat him cleanly up top over his glove. And we are all knotted up at 1 with 7:30 left in the second period. 1-1. Garso now off the skate, coming in over the line, top of the circle, shot just wide. And that's Spalding. Spalding, Garso, Manning line, working him over here. Garso sidesteps and chips the puck down low where Cameron Ford takes over for South Burlington. Nice forecheck by Garso.
In the second period, at the 7:30 marker, Bobwhite goal scored by number 18, Duffy Smith, assisted by number 23, Colby
So it was Colby Magnan who did get him the puck. So a nice play by Colby Magnan, and underneath it to chip in the puck. It was just again between, it was just him and Shagnon, and he beat him up over the glove. Kept in nicely by number 20, Parker Myers. And it's Gavin Benoit now. Benoit, big lefty, and just misfires a little bit. Bo Parent, nice play, little shake and bake down to the corner. And he'll leave the puck for, can't catch the number, I think it's Trey Smith below the goal line. Or excuse me, no, that's Gagno. Tipped in by BFA, and Kieran Polo up to, Sam Kelly with a chase. BFA here now, the last 5 minutes been all BFA. They've kept South Burlington pinned in nicely and have been able to tie this game up at 1. Trey Smith now, he'll send the puck in down low. .6:02 left in the second period. Let's thank some community partners that make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Council and Sports Service, the Afterglow Foundation. We'll get back to the sponsors here in a minute. Right now, camera report for South Burlington, at least for Jack Kelly. He'll get the puck down deep and he'll send it out front. Broken up by BFA. That's number 26, Schreindorfer. Nice play through the middle of the ice. BFA skating 4 lines right now, and all 4 lines contributing. So Ben Roberts and his coaching staff have definitely got that advantage as they head deeper into this contest. BFA again just coming right at you with 4 lines and 6-7 defensemen. They are just as deep as always. And Ben not afraid to get everybody in the groove. Trey Jarvis now. He'll chase his own puck along the goal line. Oh, nice move by Jarvis. Back up top. Phelps back over near side to Benjamin Larocque. And it's blocked nicely by Gavin Bohr. Levi Gover, excuse me. Butler now in on the line with Larocque. Larocque makes a nice defensive play. He'll leave the puck up for number 23, Colby Magnan. Magnan with an assist on Duffy Smith's goal. He'll send the puck down low. And South Burlington out again. That's Butler. He uses near side for Gover. Gover up to Kelly. It's their top group out right now for South Burlington. Trying to get something going with 4:30 left, but it's BFA dumping the puck in. Smith and Sam Kelly doing battle. Won by Magnan. Puck is up for South Burlington. It is Butler with a quick shot. Nice block by Bonnet. Back up to Kelly. Found the rebound. A nice save by Merchant. He hadn't been busy the last 5 or 6 minutes, but he just called upon right there to make a big save. Keep his knotted at 1. Kicked aside by Merchant. And now South Burlington working BFA over. Butler up top. He's up near side to Kelly. Kelly shot tipped in front. And Malbuff with a nice defensive play. He'll send the puck in down wide. South Burlington out in the front, just wide. In comes Kelly out the blue line. Far side to Malonnery. He'll send it down low again. Where it ends up on Kelly's stick. Shot saved by Merchant. Good action here with 3:27 left in the second. BFA looking for a much needed rest. And it is Bonnet. He'll chip it up, but it's broken up by South Burlington again. Back up to Malonnery. Sends it down low to South Burlington before it didn't catch a number, but it's chipped wide and finally comes out of the zone. BFA's forwards are a little tired here as they get deeper in their shift. Unlike the NHL, they will be able to change, get some much needed rest. Also, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stones Auto, St. Albans and Fairfield, Stewart's, Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and Collins Burley Complex. All nice community partners that make it possible for me to call this game and make it possible for you nice folks to listen to it if you're not able to make it out tonight. I know maybe there's some grandparents in sunny Florida or some friends wherever. All made possible by Northwestern Access. And Colin here over here doing a great job on the camera work. I know as a parent when my kids played in college, it was really nice to be able just to watch them stream online and not have to drive to 4 hours to watch a game. So again, I think thanks to Northwestern Access Television and all the sponsors that make a game like this possible. It's been a great one to call. Face off to the left of Merchant is number 12, Elijah Butler, with a shot to the net, and it's kicked aside by BFA. Well, BFA is going to go to the box here, I think, for interference. Yeah. Oh. Right. Yeah, I'm sort of agreeing with the coaching staff below me here. The puck was on his stick. So I could have gone either way, but either way, BFA will be forced to kill a penalty with 2:32 left in the second period. South Burlington 1-for-1 on the power play tonight. And again, they'll go out with that same group. It's going to be 19 for BFA. Braden Bannon. It looked like a clean, a body check as the South Burlington player had the puck on his stick, but the referee saw it a different matter. So it is back up top to Kelly. Kelly will take a quick shot, kick aside by Merchant. And go over, trying to keep it in, but it's chipped out. Kelly will wheel it up. And it's broken up nicely by Tatro. Tatro looking for help. Going through with Bo Parent. Shot to the net. Shagnon will glove it and hold on to it for a quick whistle as the BFA forwards were zooming in. One by South Burlington. Kelly waiting for help. He'll leave it for Butler, and he'll wind it up from there. The old slingshot coming into the zone is Butler. Christian now on his forehand back in. He'll stop and wait for help. Butler now back up top to Gover, the goal scorer for South Burlington. Shot kicked aside by Shagnon, and the FA defenseman sends it 200 feet away from the net. Colby Magnan giving chase, but he'll leave for Gover now below the goal line. Good forecheck by Magnan. South Burlington. Kelly with the puck on his stick. Stops, waits to the net, saved by Merchant. And Gagnon sends it to the lane. Good penalty go by BFA right now. Allowing not much, but that's Christian Butler now. He'll lead to Kelly. Kelly, nice forehand back in. It's up to Gover. Gover to the net. Saved by Merchant. 20 seconds left in the power play. 50 seconds left in the period. Butler. Nice play by Malba to take him off the puck. And Butler still comes out with it. Up top to Kelly. Kelly back to Butler. Off the face-off dot. Shot saved by Merchant. And BFA will clear it. And that'll do it for the South Burlington power play. Good kill by the Bobwhites. 30 seconds left in the second period. Yeah, it should be offsides actually as they're coming off the bench. Referee didn't see it, so BFA will get the advantage of that call. And they'll send it back down low where Tatro will give chase. Nice play by number 10, Aiden Nelson for South Burlington. They'll send it 200 feet. That should be icing with 6 seconds left. Ooh, does Ben pull the goalie? Make things a little interesting. Merchant was looking over the coach to see if he wanted to ball, but that's a little too much time to be gambling with. So it's Tatro on the draw for BFA, won by 50-50 puck, and it's sent the lane to the ice. That'll do it. So after 30 minutes of play, we have solved nothing, as it is 1-1 on a goal by Duffy Smith, assisted by Colby Magnan to tie this thing up at 1. Back and forth again was the second period, as I thought BFA took a little bit of control of this the first part of the second, but South Burlington came on the last 3 or 4 minutes. Community partners to help make this broadcast possible: Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stones Auto, St. Albans and Fairfield, Stewart's, Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image and Collins Burley Sports Complex.
South Burlington, goalie number 30, Alex Stevens, with 9 saves. Your
With-
Bobwhites, Goalie,
Listen.
number 31, Zachary Carter, 7 saves.
So it's 9-7 saves for both goaltenders in this period. Again, a very evenly matched period. So, if your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. 802-782-8676. Northwestern Counseling and Support Service and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevention. With that being said, I'm going to take a little break here and see everybody back here in about 10 minutes. Welcome back to the Collins Pearly Complex, where the ice has just been resurfaced, and I might say it looks amazing. I always said that the staff here at the complex just does an unbelievable job. Tip the his crew here, but not only the rink inside here, but anybody who drives by in the spring or the fall, looks at the facilities. Top notch. A high school program like this to have this kind of recreation facility has been here for years. I remember when they first opened it, I played here way back when. Great place to come to and play. But we're here right now in 2026, and we've got a barn burner. 1-1 after 30 minutes of play. Goals by South Burlington, number 5, Levi Gover in the power play. He made it 1-0 in the first period with an assist from Christian Butler. And BFA returned the favor early in the second on a goal by junior Duffy Smith with an assist to Colby Magnan. And that's how we ended up. We were all knotted at one apiece, where Shagnon, Alex Shagnon, and Zachary Merchant for BFA both doing a great job in net. They're both in about 60-70 shots in the east officially. Community partners to help make this broadcast possible: Northwestern Counseling Support Services, the After Goal Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Knox, Stone Dollar St. Albans in Deerfield, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Andy Carter, Jim Bain, and Collins Pearly Complex. If your business would like to join our community partners in this production of each meeting, please contact Paul Snyder. And away we go with 15 minutes left in the contest. Who will be victorious and march up the Division I standings with less than a month to play here in Vermont Division I high school hockey. All with the quest for the championship at the Gutterson Fieldhouse on the campus of UVM. Gover now. He'll leave it in where Gavin Benoit takes over behind his net momentarily, but it's Gover still on the pot. Tatro bothering him, and BFA finally will chip the puck out. Sam Kelly over to his partner. Oh, nice play up to Gover on the far side. And no, nice part broken up by Tatro nicely. BFA looking to break the puck out, but they're having a hard time getting a handle on it. And finally, Spalding will take over. He's stripped up, and that BFA will go to the power play with 14:01 left in the game. Spalding with a nice move in the middle of the ice to get open, and he was taken down by number 13. Excuse me, at number 4, Jack Kelly, in an open ice trip. So BFA will go to the power play. They'll send out Garceau, Schreindorfer, and Spalding. One by BFA. That's Camden Phelps at the point. Phelps shot to the net, tipped just wide by Mannon. Back up to Schreindorfer. Schreindorfer on his backhand below the goal line, looking, waiting. He'll set up near side. It's Magnan. Far side over to Garceau. He'll leave the puck for Spalding. Spalding now below the net. Back up top is Garceau. Back down to Spalding. Back up to Garceau. Garceau with a quick shot just misses. And South Burlington will clear the puck. Camden Phelps for BFA. BFA looking to make a wholesale change. Look at their first group out with Tatro. Tatro now below his own goal line. He'll up the middle of the ice dangerously, but below us is Tatro. Called off sides. Not much going on there in the first minute of the power play, so hopefully BFA will get some better looks here in the second half of that first power play. 13:05 left in the game. This is my second game I've called, and they've both been doozies. Back in December in the Doc Tool, they lost to Canton in a last-ditch effort, but a great hockey game. This one just as good. BFA now on the far side is Bonnet. Bonnet gains the line, stops, and he'll leave the puck for Duffy Smith. Smith down below the goal line. And BFA against Bonnet. Bonnet up top to Benoit. Far side over to Tatro. Tatro on the hash mark. Looking for Magnan, but was able to hold on to the puck. BFA to the net. Nice save by Shagnon. Magnan down below the net. They'll look up top to Tatro. Tatro skates in the middle of the circle. Shot wide. Rebound scores! Duffy Smith with his second goal of the game. Makes it 2-1 for BFA with 12:18 left in the contest. Again, it looked like a broken play that Duffy Smith was the man on the spot. Right place at the right time. And he made no mistake in tucking that by the short side of Alex Shagnon. So as the power play was dwindling down, BFA and Duffy Smith with his second goal of the night buries it for a 2-1 lead. Bo Parent now trying to get the puck deep, but it's been chipped out back to South Burlington. And that's number 12, Elijah Butler. He sends it 200 feet, and South Bison's waved off. What to call that Rhode Island rules. Back in Rhode Island where ice time was a premium, they wanted to get things moving along. So they always called it Rhode Island rules when they waved off the ice and to keep the play moving. This time is precious. Elijah Butler now on the draw with Gagnon. Won by South Burlington to the net, but it's broken up nicely by LaRock. Gagnon to help him out down low. 2-on-2 ensues down below the goal line, and it's a scrum. Finally, South Burlington out with the puck. Sends it to the net, and it's broken up nicely by Bo Parent at the last minute. Parent down the near side. Magnan drawing his second assist of the game, and Tatro on Duffy Smith's power play goal. So that's Smith from Magnan and Tatro. We'll call it the 12-minute mark. Or the 3-minute mark, excuse me. Charlie Malbuff now below the goal line. He'll send it near side to Parent. Leaves it for a BFA player, but it's sent to the net and blocked aside by Merchant. Bonnet trying to break the puck out, but the puck not finding its way out. And Gover, but it's broken up by Trey Jarvis. Jarvis, a smooth skating freshman, comes out with the puck and it leaves for Mal. Excuse me, that was Ryder Longway. He sent the puck. 10:48. BFA still throwing 4 lines and 6 or 7 defensemen at South Burlington. South Burlington looking like they're shortening it up a little bit as we're seeing a lot of the Christian Butler line, who's out again to take the face-off against Trey Smith. That's Jack Kelly coming in to take the draw now. Kelly on his strong side, opts for the face-off, wins it back to Butler. Butler, quick shot, and equal to the task with Zachary Merchant off the top shoulder. Won by BFA. And Eli Smith will send the puck down low and give chase. Bodied off the puck by South Burlington. I like the confidence of Coach Roberts throwing a freshman and sophomore, or 2 sophomores up against their senior line, and they're getting pressure with Schreindorfer to the net. I like this line with Schreindorfer, Smith, and Jarvis, but it's Gover coming out. Nice back check by Schreindorfer. Trey Jarvis sends the puck down low. But again, Coach Roberts not afraid to throw his younger kids out against their more experienced older group, and that's how they learn, that's how they grow. And BFA again lucky to have that kind of depth again this year to be able to do that. Kelly again, he's hooked up through the middle of the ice, no call. And it's Spalding now in a breakaway. Spalding forehand, backhand, forehand again. And Shagnon closed the legs on him. Nice bid by number 13, Sam Spalding, but Shagnon equal to the task. 9:22 left in the game. BFA holding on to a 2-1 edge. And it is Wyatt Hanks dumped the puck in on Zachary Merchant, who holds on. Wise to freeze that play, regroup, reset, get a new fresh set of legs out for BFA. Coach Jones will stay out with his group. Nice face-off by Wyatt Hanks. And took the shot right off the draw, and it was saved by Merchant. Won by South Burlington. To the net is Malonnery, and it's tipped wide. LaRock with a nice defensive play on the far side, and out comes Tatro. LaRock to give chase below his net on his backhand, trying to get the puck up to Smith. And again, a 2-on-2 battle ensues down below the hash mark, and finally Stuffy Smith coming out with the puck. Smith leaving for Tatro. He'll go in for chasing down below. Line up to Smith in front, just wide of the net. Back to Tatro again, but it's broken up nicely by South Burlington. And Smith with the puck. Wisely, with 8:29 left in the game, he'll send the puck down low and give chase. Nice forecheck by the junior. Puck tied up on the side, but South Burlington will get a face-off as the puck leaves the ice surface into the South Burlington bench. 8:14. BFA with a pair of goals by junior Duffy Smith holds a 2-1 lead. Gagnon with a face-off back to Andrew Early. Quick shot saved by Shagnon. Back up top to Malba. Sends it down low to Bo Parent. Parent down below the goal line. Looking, waiting. Holds on to the puck back down low to Gagnon, and Parent on his backhand. Good shift here by this group. Malba walks the line. Shot saved by Merchant. Nice shot by Malba, hard and low. And, Shagnon equal to the task. Bo Parent now off his forehand down below the goal line. Leaves for Gagnon. Back up top to Malba. Nice play by Malba to keep the puck in, but unfortunate bounce off of his forward's shin. And he'll have to give chase. Cameron Poor now with the puck for South Burlington and chips it ahead, but broken up nicely by Bonnet. Bonnet will throw the puck down low. Parent. Kelly now with the puck. Jack Kelly through the middle of the ice. Shot saved by Merchant. Kicked inside. Nice bid by Kelly. South Burlington's first group out again, and Andrew Early trying to chip it out, but it's kept in by South Burlington defender. Kelly with the puck, looking for, which I assume his brother Sam from the point. And back up to Gavin. Poor shot, quick shot, another save by Merchant. Kicked it, Killered out by Parent, and Andrew Early, he'll chip the puck out. Trey Jarvis now giving chase to Christian Butler with a nice defensive play up to his winger, and they'll send it down low. Nice play by Kelly to the net. Kept in by, almost by Christian Butler, but he'll have to give chase. Hayden Nelson now. Strong forehand to the net, kicked aside by Merchant, and BFA with the puck. It's Alex Wilbur trying to get it out, but it's turned over. Gavin Poor with Levi Gover sends it back down low. Wilbur now near side, and it's kept in by South Burlington. Oh, nice play by Kelly right over to Levi Gover, the goal scorer for South Burlington. He was denied. What a great play by Jack Kelly. Left the puck for Gover, and Merchant with a great save. Zachary, with 5:37 left, keeps this game at 2-1 for BFA. rock now for BFA near side. It's kept in by Trey Smith. To the net, and Zachary Merchant will wisely cover up with 5:26 left in the game. BFA hold on to a 2-1 lead on a pair of goals by junior Duffy Smith. Elijah Butler now in the draw, back up to Cameron Poor shot wide. Kelly to the net, and it's broken up nicely by Garso. Nice defensive play. Swalden now will chip it out. 1-on-2. Oh, leg whipped. He's got to go, and that's going to be a tripping call against Trey Smith. Wasn't dirty. He didn't mean to. There was certainly no intention there on a knee-on-knee, but it was always a dangerous play when the two knees hit. The referee's making a good call with a tripping call against Spalding, who had made one nice move in the middle of the ice, and 17 Trey Smith got tangled up with him, and everybody's all right, so that's good to see. So 5:09 left, BFA on the power play. Won by South Burlington. Kelly sends it to the length of the ice off the faceoff. Benoit now. Gavin below his net. He'll wind up. See if BFA can get an offensive zone entry and set things up. Smith across the line. It's broken up nicely there by Bonnet. Bonnet leaves for Duffy Smith. Bonnet now on the goal line, waiting, looking for the puck. But it's broken up by South Burlington. If they hurry, they can get a odd man rush here. Kelly, forehand. Oh, nice save. Nice play by South Burlington. They got the puck up and out and in a hurry. And Jack Kelly, who's been very noticeable tonight for South Burlington, they've got a couple of their guns out there right now with Kelly and Butler and Gover. So BFA's got to be careful. Tatro on the draw, won by South Burlington. Back up to the point. Another save by Merchant. That was Sam Kelly that time with a quick wrist shot off the shoulder, and Ben Roberts will send out his second group. South Burlington staying with their top four guys here. Certainly looking to get on the offensive on this penalty kill, as they've got 2 shots on their penalty kill. One by South Burlington again, and they'll get the puck down low. BFA's got to regroup here and try to get things set up. Phelps below the goal line, waiting for some help, and they'll come across through the side for the offensive zone entry, and that is Garso. Garso holding on to the puck. Puck possession leaves for Spalding, and it's broken up again by Kelly. Kelly with the puck. Holds on to it. Shot scores! Jack Kelly with a great individual effort with 3:56 left in the game on his offside. Set himself up in a great scoring position. Great angle on Merchant. He'd had 3 or 4 good scoring chances in the last 7 or 8 minutes, and he was not denied there. He buried that top shelf. So, hold on. We got 3:56 left in the game and 2-2. BFA still on the power play, but that's now Kelly again, looking for his second shorthanded bid. Leaves for Butler. Butler knuckle puck, and it's saved by Merchant. BFA having a tough go about it on this man-up advantage with 20 seconds left, see if they can get things deep and get one more chance. Benoit now looking to set things up in front of the net. Is Smith again looking, banging, is gone, loose puck, and it's kicked aside, and South Burlington will clear it the length of the ice. Bonnet now, one more rush, and that's going to do it. 5-on-5 now. Bonnet holding on to the puck. With speed gains the line. He'll chip it down low to himself. And below the goal line, broken up by Shagnon. South Burlington now looking to make things happen. It's Bo Parent on his backhand below the net, but it's Cameron Poor breaking him up. Poor now for South Burlington. Leaves the puck near side. Longway looking to get something going here, but South Burlington happy just to chip the puck out. And LaRock up near side to Longway. Ryder over to Bo Parent. Parent, nice little toe drag to himself, but it's kept in nicely by Longway, but broken up by South Burlington's forward, number 14, Sam Kelly. Longway now shot just wide. 2 minutes left in the game. Cameron Phelps leaves for LaRock. He'll send it broken up. Oh, by Levi Gover. Gover on the far side. Broken up nicely by, I believe that's Schreindorf. Chips it off the wall himself. South Burlington back the other way with it. 1:40 left in the game. Phelps down below his net. Looking for help. He'll just chip it off the wall. It should be offside, but it's waved off. And BFA once again will try to regroup. LaRock now. See if he has any luck leaving the zone. Chips it off the glass. Up to Schreindorfer. Schreindorfer with nice move off the forehand shot. Rebound all at the post. Eli Smith, puck still loose, no whistle. Trey Jarvis just digging for it. Love the work ethic. But what a play by Schreindorfer to Smith, and just off the post with 1:11 left in the game. BFA looking for the go-ahead goal. Nothing going though. And I love the tenacity of this young group. We're just go until you hear the whistle. You guys listening at home, the kids, go until you hear the whistle. And there was no whistle, and they just kept banging at it. South Burlington maybe taking a timeout here with 1:11 left in the game. Take a minute to help our shout out at our sponsors again. They make this broadcast possible. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, the Northwest Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stone Auto, St. Albans and Fairfield, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and the Collins Pearly Complex. If your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. Northwestern Council and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation are partnering to raise awareness and prevention. I think right now, Captain Jack Kelly and South Burlington coaching staff are looking for a face-off outside the zone. Looking for an explanation here, or so we might have a penalty shot. It looks like they gloved. I'm sorry, all this mayhem. It looks like that Schreindorfer is going to get himself a penalty shot as South Burlington defender covered the puck with his glove. In the crease, obviously not allowed to do that, so automatic penalty shot ensues. Didn't see that coming. I just saw the melee in front of the net and the post hit by Eli Smith, and as a result, we're going to have a penalty shot with 1:11 left in the game, 2-2 hockey game, and number 26, William Schreindorfer, will be the recipient. As he sits alone at the face-off dot at center ice, waiting for the referee's hand to go up. Doesn't get any more exciting to this. And here we go. Oh, Schreindorfer tried to go in between the legs, but Shagnon made the save, so 1:11 left in the game, and with nothing has been decided yet. We've had it all. Penalty shots, physicality, creativity. Been a great hockey game. Tatro and Kelly to the left of Shagnon, won by BFA. And it is South Burlington that'll break the puck out. South Burlington.
1 minute left in the third period.
Out of the zone, they'll send it back down low, but it's Bonnet. Bonnet trying the puck to come out, but Gover now. Send it back down low where Gavin Benoit squeaks it out. Benoit again with the puck on the near blue, leaves for Duffy Smith. And it is Kelly. Kelly with the tying goal. Enters the line up for Gover, but it's broken up by BFA. Nice play by Bonnet to break that up. 27 seconds left in regulation. And Gavin Benoit now. Benoit leaves it near side. South Burlington screening for too many men on the ice, but it's 19. Braden Manning with a nice bid. 9 seconds left in regulation. Spalding now, and Manning. That is going to do it as Butler will hold on to the puck. We're headed to a little overtime. So nothing settled after 45 minutes left, 45 minutes of play. It was Jack Kelly, the captain, on a shorthanded bid to tie the game up at 2 with probably it was about 5 minutes left in the game. And then William Schreindorfer with a penalty shot attempt and nothing doing. So nothing's been settled here after 45 minutes of play. We've got a 2-2 hockey game. One last time to thank our sponsors for tonight. Again, Colin here doing a great job on the camera. We're not able to do this game without you sponsors. We're not able to do this job without the sponsors. And of course, Paul and the station back at home who organizes all this, not only for ice hockey, but they do all the sports, football, basketball, real community effort going on by everybody who does these. It's all volunteer work, all the people who do the play-by-play, the color, everything behind the scenes, but most importantly, our sponsors. Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, the Afterglow Foundation, Northwestern Rehab Services, My Healthy Vermont, Notch, Stone's Auto St. Albans and Fairfield, Stewart's Clarence Brown, Handy Cars, Union Bank, JC Image, and the Collins Burley Complex. If your business would like to join our community partners and contribute to the production of these games, please contact Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. I'm going to have to rest my voice before Saturday's big tilt against Harwood. Harwood, that's a Saturday night game here at the complex. If you're not busy, Harwood is deemed as one of the best hockey teams in the state. They're technically a Division II team, but they are one tough group out of Central Vermont. They're coming up here Saturday night, which will be a great game as well. So I haven't seen a high school game in a few years for overtime, so I don't know if they play 3-on-3 or 5-on-5. I'm going to find out soon. Used to be 5-on-5 for 5 minutes back when my kids played, but every day is a school day. The rules change every year. I like 3-on-3, but I think it's going to be 5-on-5 based on the number of people at the bench right now. So, big point on the line, big 2 points on the line for both these teams who are sort of in the middle of that pack in D1. The big D1 of Vermont high school hockey, all looking to get a better playoff spot and maybe a couple of home ice games as they venture into late February, early March. So here we go. A little overtime. Butler all the way down to Shagnon, and he'll freeze the puck. Kelly with a goal already. He'll take the face off against Tatro. One by Tatro back to his goalie. So we'll try it again. BFA with the win. But it's over now for the puck for South Burlington. Nice play by Bonnet to take him off the puck. Bonnet looking to make a play. But it's over to the net. Kicked aside by Merchant. And Bonnet now shifts it up and out. Magnan now with the puck. One-on-one shot saved by Shagnon. Good bid. He's hauled down, but it ends up on Kelly's stick. And he'll wheel and deal now below his goal line. Is Kelly coming out through the zone. Nice move by the senior. Kelly again, still with the puck in a long shot. Saved by Merchant. Again, oh, what a great save on Jack Kelly as he was bearing down, went for him back in on his offside. And Zachary Merchant, the sophomore goalie, who's had a great game tonight for BFA. Both goalies, just a little shout out to both of them. Merchant and Shagnon have both been equally good. Both of them probably turning aside about 25 shots apiece. Garceau now chipping off to the far wall. BFA will start up again into the net. Another face-off. Be interesting if Coach Jones comes right back out with his first group. Looks like he's got Butler playing defense now with Sam Kelly. So he's logging some Chris Chelios-like ice time tonight. Those older viewers, I know, remember Chris Chelios, Hall of Fame defenseman for Montreal and Chicago, American. Used to play probably 40 minutes a game. Scrum here below us here. Come back up to Kelly. Shot rebound. Kicked aside now. South Burlington with the lion's share of the offensive zone time, but it's finally broken up, and out comes Garceau. Garceau holding on to the puck. Nice puck possession by Garceau on his backhand below the net. In front. Oh, just couldn't get in front was Spalding. Spalding now back down low where Manning will try to take over, but he's knocked off the puck nicely by Butler. Butler now leaves for Kelly. That's Sam Kelly, and he's up to his brother, I assume. Shot. No! Just over the net was Jack Kelly. Taking off the puck there, and now is Trey Jarvis, the quick freshman, will skate out of trouble through the middle of the ice. Is Jarvis on his forehand to the net. Again, still with the puck, back out to the point. Wilbur with a shot blocked by Kelly. Schreindorfer now. Back over, but it's into the netting, and another face-off with 2:30 left in the game. I've liked this group all night. Schreindorfer and Eli Smith and Jarvis. These guys are young, but they're feisty. And Coach Roberts likes them too, as he's keeping them out there for this offensive zone face-off. Jonesy taking a timeout, and I assume he'll go over his defensive zone responsibilities, but more importantly, he's going to give his horses some rest, as I can guarantee you we'll see the likes of Jack Kelly coming back out for the face-off here with 2:30 left in the period. Be interesting to see what Coach Roberts does. He's got fresh legs now with the timeout. If he comes back out with that group with Jarvis, Smith, and Schreindorfer. They've been all over the puck tonight, so I have no issue with that group coming out for BFA, but I can guarantee you that 4 and 9 and 5 will be out for South Burlington. So again, 2:30, those of you joining us, nothing has been settled yet in regulation. It takes overtime. I'm assuming that it's just a tie if it ends in a tie, And there's no shootout points here for high school hockey. The Vermont Principal Associations will figure it all out in the end to see where the jockeying goes for playoff seedings. So Coach Roberts will come out with his first group, who's also played very well tonight with Duffy Smith with a pair of goals, and Tatro and Gagnon, and of course, and South Burlington coming out with their first group. So line one versus line one. See who gets the better of the two. 50-50 puck ends up on Kelly's stick, and it's a good no call there as he sort of went down with not much resistance, but it's Cameron Poor. He'll chip the puck off the wall, but Wilbur sends the puck down low. Tatro now for BFA, and it is Christian Butler now. Butler, if he hurries, he'll hold on to it. Up to Kelly. It's Butler now. Butler back to Kelly. Broken up nicely by BFA. To the net, and it's tipped wide by Benoit. Gab Benoit on a nice move to his backhand. He's being hounded by Butler, and a scrum takes place. Back up top to Kelly. Kelly with a shot in front. Rebound! Nice save by Merchant on the pad. And it is now Butler now below. He'll fight it off with Gavin Benoit. Minute 27 left in the game, and it is Tatro up the wall, but kept in by Cameron Poor. Kelly to the net, broken up again, outside the zone. So that'll be offside if they touch up, but they won't. And BFA sends the puck down with 1:13 left. They'll come out with the Garceau, Schreindorfer will be on one side and Spalding in the middle. Or, excuse me, that's Garceau to take the face off. Won by BFA, and it is Garceau, or excuse me, Spalding quick out of the zone. Followed up nicely by Bonnet, coming up from the defensive blue line. Bonnet below the offense. Oh, wrap around! Oh, just wide! As Shagnon kicked it aside. Nice rush by Bonnet from the blue line. Spalding now up here on top, back up to Bonnet. Bonnet looking back down low to Spalding. Spalding back to Bonnet. Little touch catch going to the net. Save is Shagnon. 48 seconds left. Good bid by BFA here. A little push at the end. And South Burlington will send their first group back out again. BFA decided to stay with the Garceau line. To the net. Spalding now looking to make a play. And it is Kelly Alba with a nice play to keep him at bay, but it's Bonnet, the freewheel and free skating senior, the nice play through the middle of the ice. Pulled himself offside. The FA coming back out with their first group with a Tatro line. South Burlington will stay with what they've got. Bonnet and Malbuff on defense. And it is won nicely by Tatro to himself. Shot. Oh, he had a beat just wide. Totten now below the goal line. Totten with 2 goals already in the game. To the front to Tatro. What a save by Jagden. Keep this at 2. Tatro again down below the goal line. Holding on to the puck on his backhand. Great shift by this group. Tatro back up top to Bonnet. To the net one last time. Just wide. 2-1. That's going to do it here at the complex. And some great saves there by Shagnon at the end off of Tatro and Duffy Smith. And that is going to be that here at the complex tonight. Great hockey game. Both sides, both of them going to come out with a point, and that was one heck of a high school hockey game. Very good. Both sides, good skating, creativity. Every game, I'm told that we do a player of the game, and I'd like to mention a couple of honorable mentions first. Start with a goaltender for BFA. Zachary Merchant played really nice in net. That's did Shagnon for South Burlington. But going to get an honorable mention, shout out for me. But I'm going to give the goal scorer for BFA, Tuffy Smith, the player of the game, the junior forward with 2 goals. And this 2-2 hockey game. So for Mark Nealon, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see everybody hopefully back here on Saturday night against Harwood, the Harwood Highlanders. Good night.